What's going on? It's your dog Artman Boxing, and we're back with another boxing conversation. Today is Tuesday, and we're getting closer to Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. But what's on my mind today is the lightweight division with George Kambosos, Lomachenko, and Devin Haney. It's very crazy that those three people are in a conversation when in reality it should just be two people, uh, Devin Haney and George Kambosos. But you know how the game goes. They have to throw the white savior in there. So they have Lomachenko in there. And I feel like they're trying to get him to steal the show. But it's not up to him. It's really not up to him. To be honest, I feel like it's about who got the most paper to offer. But it's also down to the fighters. See who the fighter wants to fight. I mean, George Kambosos, when he came out, before the Teofimo Lopez fight, I picked him to win the fight. And he was saying things like, I'm ready for, undisputed match. And, he'll fight Devin Haney after, snatching the belts off of Teofimo Lopez. But here we are today, and he sounded like Teofimo Lopez. Isn't that crazy? How do you beat Teofimo Lopez but end up sounding like him? So what's going on, bro? What's really going on? I know y'all see that dude, George Kambosos, talking all that crazy shit. Talking about and he put out a poll talking about some who should I fight next? Like what type of question is that? You're literally one belt away from becoming real life undisputed, not what Mauricio Suleiman and these haters call undisputed, but what real boxing fans and real boxing historians call undisputed. And that's getting all those belts. Um, MBF list is in full effect. It sounded like these dudes is just scared of Devin Haney. What the young man do to you? Like, I thought he don't got no punching power. What's up with that? I thought he was chinny. It's crazy. For a guy that's chinny and don't got no punching power, a lot of fighters sure is ducking him. Think about it. You're in the 135 division. You're a contender. And you want to be at the top. And nobody wants to fight this champion. You can literally call out the champion, and if you got enough buzz behind you, you can fuck around and get the fight. But nobody wants to call out the champion that's quote unquote chinny, the champion that's quote unquote pillow fisted, the email champion. But nobody want to snatch that email belt off of him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Let Devin Haney vacate that belt. You see a line of Mexicans, Filipinos, Africans, everybody trying to get that fucking belt. They won't be calling the email belt then. They'll be trying to snatch that belt. And George Kambosos, he's a fucking boxer and he knows his sport and he knows he's not really undisputed. So he needs to cut that bullshit out and step up. Step up and fight the younger fighter. What you do scared of young dudes? I ain't never been nobody. Bro, imagine being somebody scared of somebody younger than you. Why would you be scared of somebody younger than you, dude? Like, what? You a grown ass man. The, Devin Haney literally, what? He can buy a beer this year? This year? Are you scared of him? Come on, man. And I know people gonna say, "Oh no, he's not scared. He's just trying to make the nigga." Either way you try to split it up, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Devin Haney, more money. Devin Haney, bigger fight. Legacy fight. The only other option is Javante Davis, and that's it. Said he barely old enough to buy a beer, and he got these dudes scared of him. Grown ass niggas scared of him. What type of shit is that?
What's good, Art?
What's going on, y'all?
What's happening?
What's going on? How you doing?
Shit, we good. Hold on, let me turn this down.
What's good, D?
Xbox off.
What's up, Alan?
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. This fucking
Yeah.
boxing game is dirty than a motherfucker. I put out
I
a
don't
tweet
like
that
the.
said, I said, put out everybody from now on. George Kambosos' name is Kambussy.
I was about to call him Ho Kambosos.
Kambussy. That's a better one. Kambussy.
Cam Hostess.
Cam Hoses.
I'm gonna call him Kambussy.
Damn, boy.
But I tried to tell y'all.
I didn't
I
want you to
did.
be right. I didn't want you to
I
be right, D.
I'm telling you, the moment I woke up and saw the WBO rankings and I looked at the name, I was like, oh hell no. I was like, oh, it's over with.
I'm tired of this dude Lomachenko getting back in contention when he fucked this shit up in the first place. This dude is always getting passes for nothing, for being a duck, and for fucking losing. Like literally, he's gotten the most passes I think out of a fighter without earning it. Like this dude came into the game with a title shot after his second fight. You get a title shot. What kind of shit is that?
And lose. And then get another
Exactly.
opportunity.
Exactly.
All you
This
But I'm
gotta
dude.
just
do is
saying, you know,
all you
if it
gotta
was
do is be the
another fighter,
gatekeeper.
But the thing is that Lomachenko don't bring nothing to the table. He don't bring nothing
Not,
to the table. Devin's opponents have their highest purse with Devin. So fighting Devin or Tank makes the most sense because you'll get the most money. But you'll get the most money with Devin, and you'll be able to fight in Australia. You're not fighting in Australia with Tank, and Tank will knock you the fuck out. And
cause
Devin's gonna
her
embarrass him. Go ahead.
because Hearn is a scumbag. I won't deny that, but he overpays people. Like Jojo Diaz got overpaid for the amount of work that he does. Because I like when he fought fucking Ramakov on Showtime, I believe he didn't make as much bread as he did with Devin. I mean, I know it was a title situation, but Heyman didn't break him off like that. Hearn doesn't have the best business sense, with all due respect, but that's why people flock over there to Matchroom because he be overpaying motherfuckers. So when you fight Devin, not only will you probably go 12 and not get fucking annihilated, depending on what mood he's in, but you'll also be grossly overpaid. So it's like,
It's
what the fuck,
facts.
bro?
Because Tank, you'll
didn't
get a payday, but
JoJo
Tank will
Diaz get his
end your
highest
career.
payday
I
just
bel
now?
I believe so. I believe so. And you know who else got the highest payday? The top ranked fighter Tiafimo got his highest payday over at the zone.
Sure did.
So it's like
Yeah.
y'all can talk all this good shit and say what you want, but the same niggas that are whining about fucking Hearn sure don't say nothing about Master Bob. Just saying.
Of course they'll say that about Master Bob. Master Bob be ready. He be putting niggas in their places. He be G-checking niggas. Shut up, you little prick. Oh yeah? Yeah, oh yeah, nigga. What you gonna do about it? Yeah,
Yeah,
shut your ass up.
Terrence
Get
Crawford,
this guy out of
he
here.
sent out an
Get this guy
invitation
out of
to
here.
his birthday party and no one fucking showed up. Fuck that guy. Can't sell
Type
shit.
shit.
Couldn't sell out a fucking rib dinner at his mother's house.
He said he cost me a lot of money.
Well, you
I could
know,
have.
I could have built a house in Beverly
bought
Hills with
three
all that
houses
money I lost
off
on
the
that
money I
I could
ungrateful
have
fucked
bought
up.
nigger.
2 plantations in Louisiana with the type of money I lost. Fucking with Crawford.
Terrence Crawford doesn't sell
Shit.
shit.
Hold on.
Well, you
Fucking
know, you guys don't know Bob's heart. Bob has a good heart.
couldn't sell Diet Coke to a fat broad.
This shit, man. I'm tired of these dudes. Like, I wouldn't have a problem, honestly. I would have less of a problem. I'll say that if he just wouldn't didn't act like he was gonna fight Devin. You know, like don't even could try to make it seem. Don't even sell no wolf tickets. Don't even do that. You know, it's like for what? If you want to fight Lomachenko, go fight Lomachenko. Don't act like you're gonna fight Devin. Ken Bussy. What purpose does that serve? Now you look like a duck. You look bad, but a lot of these so quote unquote boxing fans, man, they don't care about undisputed. They don't.
Look like a duck.
They only
Man
want
is a duck.
Said who does the better Bob? Shit, only Bob can do Bob, man. Said, shut up, you little prick. Nigga. Man, that shit's crazy. I don't like in that situation. I mean, I don't even know if I'll put myself in that predicament because you don't. If you work for somebody like that, you don't want to ask them something crazy that you know they're gonna bark on you like that. If you was in a position of independence, yeah, you can do some shit like that. But I don't know, man. I'm just saying that shit wouldn't happen to me. I know that for a damn sure.
One thing I'm mad about is the fucking response from everyone. Everyone just thinks it's as simple as, oh, well, go ahead and drop the belt then, and then do something else. Is it like I keep telling people, it's not that fucking simple. It's not as simple as going up in weight. Like I know people think, oh, well, if Devin moves up in weight, he's coming up from 135, so absolutely, everyone will be willing to fight him because they think he's easy pickings. No, that's not how boxing is going to work. He's going to have the same fucking problems. And what's even worse, he's going to be back in contender status. They already didn't want to give him an actual title shot when he was a fucking contender. So what makes you think that they're not going to politic their way out of it again? And not to mention, this isn't just the WBC. We've seen that the WBO and the WBA are fucked as well. And with the IBF, in some divisions, if y'all look, they don't even put mandatory slots. Like if y'all go look at fucking Triple G and Canelo's names right now, I believe that the first two slots for the IBF are fucking empty. So we're talking about putting Devin in a position that may permanently alter his career more than this shit has already done. Like personally, and like people talking about, oh, he should go up and fight Josh Taylor. What the fuck make y'all think Josh Taylor
Josh
gonna
Taylor
want
gonna want to
some?
fight him. These guys are crazy,
That's what
dude.
I'm saying. Like oh, he should go fight Josh Taylor. Like it's that fucking easy. I'm like, bro, if he had a WBO, maybe you might have a point. But Josh Taylor has already straight up said, TFimo's a bitch. I'm not fighting him. I'm fighting Catterall, and I'm coming for Crawford ass. That's what he said. So if Josh Taylor finally vacates, then I'll say, okay, Devin Haney, go up and try to enter the squabble and try to break off a title shot if you can, because I'm pretty sure Hearn got some fighters up there that can snatch at least one belt, and they can feed that person to you. Maybe take that route, and hopefully it's not the WBC. But people making it seem
Yeah.
like, oh well, shit, all Devin Haney got to do is drop the belt, move up in weight, and everything will work out. Well, fucking no, that's not how that shit gonna work. You think that this is a divisional issue? No, this is a boxing wide issue.
This is a Mauricio Fat Fuck Suleiman issue.
Right. And also, can I say this? So Jose Suleiman is not Mexican at all. He's Lebanese and Syrian. So like Benavidez is more Mexican than the Suleiman family. I want to know how the hell they got so much power down there. Just like most people often say that Carlos Slim is the wealthiest Mexican. That dude's Lebanese too. So like all these people, they're not like. I'm just curious, like how did they get this much power, and why are Mexican people validating them?
So they
I
can
just don't
claim his
understand.
claim. I'm just gonna
I
say so
don't
they can
know.
claim have a claim to something. Like, oh, this guy's the but man, oh, I didn't even know that. I thought he was Mexican, to be
No,
real with you.
Jose Suleiman. If you look him up, his parents are Lebanese and Syrian. Not
So
an
is
ounce of
his
Mexican blood.
was his wife Mexican?
I have no idea. So maybe Mauricio, maybe his mother was Hispanic or Mexican in some way, but like his father is not Mexican at all.
The dude is a cancer to the sport. Mauricio Suleiman is just everything that's wrong with boxing. One of the things. It's so many problems, but everybody wants to blame one aspect. You know, like sometimes it's people are getting too many passes. The ones that are in the wrong are getting too many passes, and you're blaming the guys that are trying to fight. You're blaming the guys that are actually putting in work. You're trying to withhold people from title shots. The fans are acting as security guards for these fighters. These fighters don't give a fuck about them. These fighters are supposed to fight the people that we want them to fight. You know, they're
Yeah,
supposed to fight the people that we would pay to see them fight.
yeah.
You know,
It's funny because with Devin Haney, Jamal Charlo, fucking Shakur Stevenson, it's all magically their fault that they're being ducked. But with Bud is just
Jerron
heavily
Boots
avoided, and he can't do shit about it.
Jerron Boots as well.
Look, I'm gonna keep it
Right.
100 with y'all. I totally lost all the respect I have for George Kambosos, dude. And people are saying, "Oh man, wait, you never know. He could still be fighting Haney." Even if he do eventually have to fight Haney, it's like he's pulling another JoJo Diaz, which is like you're trying to skate away, but the public has to fucking force you to take to do what's right. And it's like, why the hell do we have to force you to do what's right? Motherfucker, isn't this what you want to do as a boxer? Fight, get a lot of money, and risk it to become undisputed? But nah, they want a Lomachenko fight. And that's what's wrong with boxing. I seen that poll that George Kambosos pulled out. Said, who should I fight next? Devin Haney, Javante Davis, fucking Loma. And these motherfuckers picked Loma. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, they say they want undisputed. They're tired of the franchise belt. But then we get poll results like this.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, man, that says a
And
lot about the sport, man. Something's not adding up.
and
It's not adding up.
it's funny because if let's say Lomachenko do fuck around and get the belts off Kambosos, they're not gonna want undisputed then either. They're gonna tell Lomachenko they're gonna tell Lomachenko to fight Tiafimo again.
Hmm.
So it's just gonna be a round robin of motherfuckers that beat each other with no new blood.
And all these fucking promises. Well, he'll mess around and fight Devin Haney right after beating George Campos. Nigga, hell nah. The proof is already in. Nigga, it's documented that the guy didn't want to fight him, so he relinquished the belt. And I don't care. I understand and I respect Mac's opinion on it, but nigga, I'm still gonna look at it as this: that motherfucker Lomachenko forfeited the belt to Devin Haney. He forfeited the belt to Devin Haney. When you're in a situation where the contender doesn't fight you, but somehow he becomes the champion and you're not the champion anymore, you gave it up. You gave it up. Y'all smash the like button. Smash the motherfucking like button.
Yeah,
And
man.
y'all go to my website, artmanapparel.com, and y'all hit the dollar sign Cash App, Artman Boxing, dollar sign Artman Boxing.
It just gets on my fucking nerves because they'll sit back and say that, a middleweight champion is avoiding a super middleweight contender somehow. But motherfuckers that are actually pulling political moves to go around fighting people that are getting franchise witness protection belts and going to sanctioning bodies asking to move around the rankings. Oh, those people aren't ducking. That's just the politics. You know how fucking retarded y'all sound because of a fucking call out? I'm like, do you know how many call outs there have fucking been? Lomachenko, look, Triple G said that he's down to fight anybody from fucking like 160 to light heavyweight or some shit, and ain't moved a fucking inch. So you want to talk about fucking because of a call out? These dudes are literally altering the fucking sport in front of your very eyes, but because it's happening to people that you're comfortable with, there's no fucking problem. It's funny because it reversed the situation. If Devin Haney and his father went to the WBC and asked for a witness protection belt because Lomachenko was coming through the ranks, niggas would be protesting with signs and shit outside of whatever WBC building they got in the United States, talking about how this is bad for the sport. There's not enough integrity, justice for fucking Lomachenko. And what am I saying? They're saying justice for Lomachenko now, and the nigga lost. The nigga got his ass whooped, and they're talking about justice for Lomachenko like he's been slighted because he fucking lost.
So, because Lomachenko beat Richard Comey and Nakatani, he deserves a championship fight for multiple belts. Really? Is that what you're telling me? Over Devin Haney, a guy who's undefeated, and I just hated that the WBC posted every achievement that Devin Haney got going up through the rankings and then shitted on him. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is just terrible, dude. Like, Pride Champion? You just called me the Pride Champion, bro. Really? Psst. I'm telling you, man, I couldn't be a boxer, man, because if I was in that situation, dude, somebody's gonna
And,
have to give me some real life paper, some pride money.
and you know what the crazy part is that Lomachenko caused all this, and now he's getting another. He might be getting another opportunity to get back those belts that he fucked off. And it don't make no sense, man. They don't want they don't want too many black undisputed champions. I said that in the tweet. It's like they wanna gatekeep who's undisputed. Because if that was the case, then they would have pushed for Wilder Ruiz. Janelle Charlo versus Castano would be getting more press. You know?
Yeah. They would have paid AJ some. They would have tried to hit AJ with some step aside bread then to go ahead and let fucking Wilder get in there and fucking dust Ruiz ass for undisputed real quick. It's funny because when Wilder was in a position to get undisputed, all of a sudden all the little cool shit like step aside money and waiting and blah blah
That
blah.
shit was big.
None of that shit mattered. None of that shit mattered
Mm-hmm.
when Wilder was in position. But now all of a sudden, oh yeah, maybe AJ could step down real quick and maybe let Tyson Fury slide in or
Man, they
maybe
was telling Wilder he should take step aside money.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then AJ versus Fury was was made or whatever, and then you
It
had
was
all
a
these people trying to shit Wilder out of a contractually obligated fight. He was owed that fight in a contract, but now contracts matter. Contracts matter when Errol Spence and Bud Crawford are trying to get this shit going, but contracts don't matter when a man is signed to fight another man and he's trying to do everything in his power to duck out of the fight. Regardless of the outcome, Tyson Fury didn't want that fight for a reason, and
yeah.
people were okay with it.
Yeah. And the same with fucking with Errol Spence and Ugas. They had that contract signed before Bud decided to leave the plantation. If Errol Spence fucked around and tried to fight Bud instead, you know what they would say? They'd be like, "Oh, Spence ducking Ugas. Ain't that a bitch? Look at him. He trying to fight Bud because he don't want to go see Ugas." So it would have been the same. It would have been the same situation. Then Bud probably would have said, "Well, you know what? If you want to fight me, you got to clean up Ugas first." It doesn't matter with these fucking people. It doesn't matter, and that's why the Devin Haney situation, none's gonna get done, and I just feel bad that a lot of people ain't giving them Haney and
Hey,
company the support he's supposed to be getting.
yo, Alan, you're a fucking Charlo fan, right? Imagine if Charlo said, "Fuck that Castano rematch. I'm gonna fight J Rock."
Oh shit,
I wouldn't.
that
Prior
would
to
be
J Rock
horrible.
losing just now,
I
but he
wouldn't
says, "Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
that,
fight
man.
J Rock."
I'd
What
cook
would
him
you
for it.
say?
'Cause I'd cook him for it because not only was that a contested, decision, but that's legacy for Charlo. You know, that's legacy for that man. And they're trying to take away Devin Haney's opportunity for legacy. They don't want that man to be undisputed. They don't like that Devin isn't controlled by a promoter, top rank, you know, fucking even Eddie Hearn.
A
Eddie
guy
Hearn
that
worked
they
with him.
they hate and say got no punching power and all this bullshit. Dude, you put him in there with George Campos and he make that shit look so easy. What can you really say then?
They always critiquing Devin's performances. Devin's pillow fish. Devin doesn't have any power. Devin gets hit too much. By that definition, he should be food. These motherfuckers should be lining up to fight them. Don't nobody want to fight him in that weight class. Lomo, fucking. I think Tank will be the only one to fight him, but Leonard Ellerby in Florida, in my opinion, they be on that bullshit sometimes. And I love Tank. I fuck with Tank, but
And even at 140, y'all might have forgot Devin
yeah,
Haney
Robert,
because he
you
no
called out Robert.
well I was gonna say Mikey Garcia. Devin Haney wasn't getting no fights. He said, "Fuck it. If Mikey Garcia wants some smoke, I'll go. I'll take my because he just fought Jesse Vargas on fucking the zone. He's like, I'll take my black ass up to 140, and me and Mikey Garcia get down. Mikey Garcia was like, I'm straight.
Yeah,
So it's like people talking about, oh, just go to 140. I'm like, it's not gonna be that fucking easy. I'm like, Devin Haney's style doesn't change because he gained weight. In fact, people might be more trepidatious because they don't know what the power situation is like. No one wants to be
facts.
first to test that out.
And he's gonna be working with Blu-ray once he moves up to
Look, hey,
140.
here
So
here's a direct quote from Mike Cappinger from ESPN about Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz. He says on Saturday, Haney outpointed Joseph Diaz Jr., but Haney was forced to survive some rocky moments late in the fight and ate some unsettling amount of power left hands.
Unsettling amount, even though he was only outlanded for 3 rounds, which weren't even toward the fucking end of the fight. All right, this, this
He
that
was
that
forced to survive
that
rocky
analysis
moments in the fight.
that analysis reminds me of the dudes on Twitter. Alan might have saw this when they were saying I said that Spence basically 12-0 Danny, and they were like, "Nah, Danny won some rounds." I pulled up the motherfucking punch stats and said, "Which rounds did Danny fucking win?" And then they gave me 4 rounds. and they didn't even include the one where Danny actually outlanded Spence because he outlanded him in the second round. They didn't even include the second round. I'm like, this is how I know you
That
motherfuckers don't know boxing. How the
that dude
fuck do
is
you
weird.
give Danny 4 rounds and not even include the one he actually scored more punches than Spence in? Dumb fucks. I'm like, bro, Danny basically got no rounds from me. I mean, that they like it was a fucking wash, and he only outlanded Spence for one fucking round. So at the very least, he got 11-1. I just gave it 12-0 because they were talking about how punch stats don't matter, and I'm like, so cool. He only outlanded Spence by one fucking punch in the second round, so fuck it, punch stats don't matter.
That dude is
That's
weird,
why.
man.
That's why I gave Spence 12-0. They were like, no, Danny has some success at one point. I'm like, what? You mean for the last 15 seconds of the 12th, and when he hit him after the bell in like the second, nigga
Yeah,
got washed. Got washed.
that was one of the worst I've seen Danny Garcia get washed. I was
He looked
like,
like
damn.
shit.
And
He
they
looked
don't
like
give Earl
garbage.
credit for that off the cards, and that's crazy.
Yeah, you know who didn't give Earl credit for that?
Who?
Your boy, your boy Midwest.
Man, that's a given, man. I don't want to hear y'all. Midwest can come up here and play
Yeah,
his case.
it is what it is.
Midwest was saying that Spence looked like shit at 147. I'm like, I was like, bro, he's wearing a fucking full jacket. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, but he says that about everyone. He says, "Oh, Haney looks like garbage at 135. He needs to move up. Fucking Jamal Charlo needs to move up. Spence need to move up." And I'm like, how about Triple G? He need to move up. Ah, well, you know, man, like Triple G, he been there for so long. I'm like, okay, gotcha.
Man, and now people coming at me talking about some dude. I thought you were a George Kambosos fan. I said, nigga, don't get it twisted. I just picked George Kambosos to beat T.O. so he can get his ass in there with Devin. That's what the fuck I care about. Devin, not this guy. We playing chess here, not checkers. Shit, the fuck. But here they go trying to, yeah, they trying to play fucking chess as well. And Lomachenko, he failed to deliver. He was supposed to knock out Richard Coleman. He's supposed to knock him out.
It's crazy because they really think that if you want to see a certain fighter in a 50-50 fight and they happen to be fighting a black person, that you hate that fighter. And it's just like, wait, I don't understand. Why am I hating on them? Because like, for example, when I first called for Virgil Ortiz versus Jaron Ennis, everyone was like, oh, why do you hate Ortiz Jr.? I'm like, wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Why do I hate Virgil Ortiz Jr.? I don't hate Virgil Ortiz Jr. I want to see some fighters where I'm not sure who's gonna win. Now, albeit, don't get it twisted. Jaron Ennis, like after I've seen them both recently perform, Jaron Ennis will beat the shit out of Virgil Ortiz Jr. I really don't even think it's gonna be competitive. But still, it's a good fight because a single punch could change the goddamn fight. But it gets on my nerves. People are like, oh shit, you just want to see them lose. Like people say, you just want to see Canelo lose. I've seen Canelo lose already. That shit's not interesting to me. I want to see some interesting fucking fights. Like people,
Exactly, because I like his style, and I want to see his style matched up with Charlo.
yeah, like people, like I want to see Devin Haney in a lot of tough fights. I want to see Devin Haney in some fights where he's not the fucking favorite. People never accuse me of hating Devin Haney. I'm like, shit, I want to see Devin Haney versus Tank. Everyone's like, man, you know Tank gonna destroy him, right? I'm like, cool. Can I see it? People don't accuse me of being a Devin Haney hater. So it's like, how come when I say, oh shit, I want to see Lomachenko versus Haney, people are like, well, Haney ain't got no power. I'm like, cool, then he should be able to fight Lomachenko. Oh, you just hate Lomachenko. Wait, what?
Yeah, you just hate him. You just hate him because put him. It's like putting them in there with a fucking lion. Why would
I'm
you
like,
want? Why would you want to put my favorite fighter in there with somebody that could potentially beat his ass?
yeah, like,
How
bro,
dare
like
you?
this shit is fucking pathetic. Just like it's the same with Boots and Bud. You say Boots around Bud fans, they're like, oh man, you hate no Bud. I'm like, bro, I thought Bud was this fucking Terminator that slaughters everybody at 147. Should be a guaranteed win for him. Not to mention, this is his Floyd Mayweather moment. Because I'm gonna tell you, whoever beat Boots right now is gonna get all the credit for the rest of their fucking life because Boots is gonna slaughter pretty much damn near everyone else. I'm gonna keep it 100%. They're like 90% of the professional boxers right now below 175 cannot beat Boots. These are just the facts. And that win is going to age good as fuck. So honestly, people should be trying to knock Boots off right now, like ASAP.
Dude, what do you think about basically like the fans not wanting undisputed at 135?
It's just like what we've been saying, man. If Devin Haney was any other race, it would be justice for that person. The only time franchise championships seem to come around, with the exception of the one that Estrada got, is when a black person is in position to beat somebody they're not supposed to. Like it's just like when Rigo knocked off Donaire, they saw some shit right then. They were like, oh hell no. Okay, see, this is a problem right here. This is a fucking problem right here. We can't be having this shit keep happening.
They shelved that man after that shit.
Exactly. So like if you swap out Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, everybody would be pushing for Teofimo Lopez to get the fucking fight. And it's funny because if you swap out Devin Haney and Kambosos, everybody would be pushing whoever is next in line to fight Devin Haney, especially if they had a decent shot at winning. Everybody would be pushing. Like if Devin Haney was undisputed right now, they would want this man to fight Kambosos, Lomachenko, Teofimo, and fucking Tank in that order. They'd be like, no breaks, no rest.
I'm not gonna lie, George Kambosos, he disrespected the American people by lying to us. I take that shit personally. Cause he sat there and he said, say no to racism. Oh man, Devin Haney, I'm gonna give you a crack at the shot, man. I'm gonna give you a title shot, all type of shit. You know, all that bullshit, dude. And then sit here and lie, man. Like, what
For
is
nothing.
this, dude? I remember like George Kambosos actually replied to my tweet saying like, "Hey man, I'm coming here to fucking fight," and I gave him respect. I said, "Dude, you earned my respect because I knew you wasn't gonna come here to lay down." And here you are talking about some. Did you guys see the quote that he said,
He's
or hear the
hating,
quote
bro.
he said, or that bullshit, the
He said
statement or
you got
whatever?
to sell your jewelry.
You gotta sell
Cambus,
your jewelry,
Sell your
man.
chains.
Cambuses.
Don't go there.
I'm
Don't
like,
go there.
Kambosos, you still don't have money now, nigga. You barely getting any paper. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Exactly.
You don't have
Cambus.
any
Hey,
fucking
dude.
bread?
Cambuses will
Yeah,
make
that white
his.
boy, he ain't no Spartan.
Hey, what's up, Crack?
Hey,
How you
what's
doing,
up,
Carl?
guys? Can I
Cam,
chime in on this?
hold up.
Yeah,
Let
go
me say
ahead.
this real quick. Crotch.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This is to Cambuses. You gonna make your highest career payday with Devin. You have a chance at legacy. Devin said you could fight in Australia. You got that. So why the fuck aren't you trying to fight Devin? Like Devin's just pillow fisted. He gets hit too much. Blah 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 blah. Then you should beat him, right? You have a chance to beat him, and this is your hometown. Take that money, take that fight, get your ass whooped, and then you can ride up into the sunset. But go ahead, Greg.
All right. Uh, Basically, I just want to, give a public shout out to Javier Centeno. That's George Cambosos' trainer. But I'm just going to be as, respectful as possible because I'm pretty sure, somebody or some of their, stablemates are probably watching us. So I'm just going to say that please, George Kambosos, fight Devin Haney so that way you can, get your 5 minutes of fame and show how good you are because I'm pretty sure George, he'll give Devin a good, tough fight. But at the end of the day, there's no shame in losing if you fight the best because George Kambosos, you had to go through the mud just to get up to where you are now. Otherwise, Teofimo wouldn't have fought you. He would have been fought Devin Haney if he had balls. And therefore, like pretty much all three of us or all four of us on this panel would have been like basically talking about Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, you know, in the past right now, right? So, like why
I
is
was
it
talking
that
about it.
yeah. So like why is it that George Kambosos thinks that he's entitled to be a part of this mix when basically you weren't even thought of coming into this conversation. Like
Facts.
nobody knew who you were coming into the mix.
We
Devin
still
Haney,
trying to figure it out.
yeah. But at the end of the day, it was basically the little bit of exposure that Kambosos had coming into the big stage by the help of other people talking about him. And then I guess like when it came to Teofimo actually fighting him, that's when like other known YouTube channels actually got to get him on to like other shows and like talking shit for him to like get his branding expanded. And that's how Kambosos thinks that he's at what the top of what the line to think that everybody needs to talk about him because he thinks that he's like super famous right now,
Well,
and it's very
Well,
sickening.
well
the
let
thing
me say
about it
this.
is,
Michael. Oh,
like
go
you
ahead.
said, I was just gonna say, like I said, Cambosis had to get it out the mud to get this opportunity, and you already
Yeah,
getting big headed. You know what happens to motherfuckers that they work hard to get to the top, and then they get to the top and they act like, damn, I don't gotta work no more, or damn, they get big headed, they fall hard. And George Cambosis, shout out to BFTB because BFTB said George Cambosis is Jeff Horn 2.0. So as soon as whoever he fights, them belts is coming off him.
yeah.
He gonna lose the belts. So you might as
But
well do it for the most money.
But honestly, I mean, shit. I understand that he fought his way up through the IBF ranking, but when you look at some of the people he faced, I mean, Mickey Bay, sure, Lee Selby, yes, but after some of that, it's whatever. But I want to Michael Johnson boxing talks. I don't think he ducking, he shopping around. He got too many people ready to fight him. Okay, well here's a little quick breakdown. Tank and company have no fucking interest in that fight. I've been saying it from the very beginning. Anybody that like has disagreed with that point, I'm not sure what you've been on. I'm not sure if you've been following Tank's career. Tank and them are not fucking interested. No George Kambosos. Kambosos is fucking nobody to them. Now, moving on to Top Rank. Not only has Bob Arum not readily shown like lots of interest in being able to shell out the money for that situation, they don't even know if they would actually have Lomachenko go down to Australia. Lomachenko said he's open to it, but this is fucking Top Rank, and this is Bob Arum, so you know how that shit is. I'm not saying it's going to be a cross promotional issue, but they're going to want the fight on Top Rank, and we don't know what Kambosos is going to do. Also, he not getting his career high payday. He getting his career high payday at fucking DAZN like he just did. So it's not very difficult to understand that Devin Haney is the highest offer on the table right now. And also, the only reason why he addressed Devin Haney publicly before the fight even happened was because he said, I want real undisputed. Nothing has changed since he's beat Lopez except that he got the 3 belts now. Not even the official designation according to the WBC fucking actual championship list has changed. So the only thing that changes is energy because the public has given him license to duck. It is if he does not fight Devin Haney next under any circumstances outside of any mandate that's not the WBO, that shit's a duck, bro. It's a plain and clear ass duck. Because all they're gonna do next is
go ahead, D. I'm gonna go after you.
Well, I was just gonna say all they're gonna do is have the WBO press a bullshit mandate so they can be like, see, it was mandated, so technically it's not a duck. And then when the next person doesn't want to fight Devin Haney either, they're gonna say some stupid shit like, oh well, he doesn't make enough money, he's not a draw, he just need to fight some other people or maybe do something else, and the people just telling them, oh, go up and wait. Why the fuck should Devin Haney be denied his hard work because there's duck sauce and pussy around? I'm sick of that bullshit.
And the thing about it is, he said, "Oh, let me do my best Australian accent." Okay, he said, me and Devin, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight for undisputed. It's gonna be a barn burner. Devin's a good fighter. He's the real WBC champ, and I'm gonna come for those belts. So that's exactly what he said. How was my Kambosos impression?
I mean, the nigga's a Greek Australian, so even he can't do his own accent that damn good.
He's not even like a fucking true Spartan anyway, because it's like last time I checked, people that have Spartan blood don't even come out white.
And the thing is that a lot of times these motherfuckers are so fraudulent, bro. They come in and they act like they want to fight everybody. They warriors. I'm looking to test myself against the best. And then they do some whole shit like this, man. A lot of these boxers, man, they some bitches. Like they got feminine tendencies, just like a lot of these niggas on the internet. But it's
What's
just
going
like,
on, fellas?
What's going
what's going
on?
on,
Yeah.
Julius? How
How
you
you
doing,
doing,
brother?
Julius?
Pussies.
Yes, sir.
What
Doing
up?
good.
I
And
was just saying, and it's just it's sad. Like I can only hold you to your word and your actions. So if you don't do anything or say anything that's incriminating to you, if you don't want to fight nobody, just say, I don't want to fight nobody. Don't act like you want to fight this guy and this guy and this guy, and then you pulling a mental health Ryan Garcia. You're making up a fake Pacquiao fight. If you want to fight some bums because you know you get guaranteed money for it, just fight some fucking bums. That's it. I'm tired of being jerked around by boxing when I want to see great fights, when I want to see the best fight the best, and all these politics and these pussy ass fanboys playing protection squad and security guards. And it's like, you don't want your fighter to lose, just say that. If you
hey,
feel like your fighter will get beat by this fighter,
you
just say
right,
that.
bro. You right, brother. I gotta agree with you 100%. But what I think is boxing give people the avenue. Boxing is the one sport that gives people the avenue to be able to not fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different boxes, and it's not like it's a league or it's in continuous tournaments go on. And another thing too that messes it up is the fans act like a loss is a death sentence to most fighters. And I think once fighters start to realize that a loss is not a death sentence, I mean, there was a time that you could be considered a great fighter with two, three, four, five, six losses. I mean, if we look at some of the greats of the past, I mean, from Duran to Hearns to even Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was great, but people forget, or it might not even, some of us weren't born, but he had a loss in his first 22, 23 fights. You know, Bernard Hopkins lost his pro debut. You know, Marquez lost. We could go to all these great fighters that lost early in their career. A loss is not a death sentence. And until these fighters realize that a loss isn't the worst thing in the world, we'll get these fights, man.
Of course, Julius, I agree
Shit.
with you 100%. But a lot of it's not just the fighters, it's the fans. Like you
Yeah, that's
said,
why I said the fans. Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't hold a loss to no against nobody unless they're being propped up to be something they're not. Like you can't lose to a fucking Uber driving beer stealing motherfucker and be considered this god compared to Ali in your first 16 fights. And you shouldn't
Oh
be getting
That
hell
sounds
no!
passes like that.
you talking about Lomachenko, right?
Yeah,
Not
I'm
a
talking
not
about
a Kuna
Loma.
Matata over here. Jesus Christ!
Right. Oh my God, man.
Watching
I,
Macabooty.
Hey, to switch the
I
subject
feel
real
like he
quick.
was gonna
Hey, I
die.
heard that fight. That fight's not even signed. That fight's not even signed, bro.
What you
Oh,
mean?
Cabo, he gonna knock out Canelo. You know, he ain't no
They
joke,
said
man.
that side is that they said that fight is not a done deal.
Well, don't
Oh
he
yeah,
gotta
they
fight
talking
somebody
about light
first?
heavyweight now. Yeah, he has that dude has a mandatory, but
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 Coop,
now they're talking about Canelo came out and said, well, Eddie Reynoso actually made the deal with the WBC and not me. I really wanted to go to light heavyweight. I'm like, nigga, Eddie Reynoso is not the franchise championship. You are. He can't be your legal representative without your fucking permission. Stop bullshitting. Stop fucking
Exactly.
absolutely,
with me.
And it's just like
absolutely.
Eddie Reynoso said that
Yeah, he's a
he
pussy.
only he what did he say? He said something about how he doesn't have anything to do with a lot of the padding situations in his camp. The fighters do that. They bring that to themselves. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like y'all know exactly what's going on in y'all camp. The moves that y'all making. Y'all are a team. Eddie Reynoso and Canelo have been a team since his pro debut, I believe. So they know what the fuck going on. That's an excuse.
Man, fuck
Well,
Canelo, man.
well, you know what Canelo got to do right now? He gotta create some type of uh, he want to take our eyes off what's really going on so that he could get a short notice fight and he could cycle off that you know what I'm saying, cycle off some of those PEDs, you know what I'm saying.
He don't need no drugs to beat up Macabooty.
No, not Macaboo. Oh,
Beat up
Macaboo,
Peanut
look,
Head.
here's the thing, I wouldn't be shocked if Macaboo lost his mandatory fight. I wouldn't be
Right.
shocked at that. Macaboo
Exactly.
ain't no fighter. Like, being honest,
Better.
Earl Spencer, one of them guys, could move up and beat Macaboo. Macaboo can't
Shit,
fight,
Earl
man.
Spence will beat the
Oh,
shit out of Michael right
Look,
now.
you know what I say. You know what I say, Julius.
what's that?
I always bring up what Floyd said. Floyd said this guy Macaboo used to get his ass kicked in the gym, the TMT
I
gym.
believe.
And then I would think about when they say, "Man, I didn't see Tank knock out heavyweights in sparring." And I'll
Yeah,
say to myself, "Who fits that profile?"
Macaboo.
Macaboo. That could
Yeah,
be him. The nigga who got his ass. I mean, cause with dude, I'm just saying, ain't
Yeah,
no
it's
telling,
not the
dude.
food.
Not saying that what I'm saying is 100% true, but if I was a guessing man, I would guess that's probably the guy.
McAboo, yeah,
and
I wouldn't put it past him. He got knocked out in sparring by Tank.
I
Man,
wouldn't put it past him. And also, you see how violent that Bello knocked him out. Normally, when guys get violently knocked out like that, they don't never be the same. And then this guy got violently knocked out before, so he's been violently knocked out twice. He has no chin. I mean, if Usyk and all them guys had still been at the cruiserweight division and not move up after that tournament, we wouldn't even be talking about this guy. He would be unknown.
Why do you
But
think he ain't unified? Because all the other champs will whoop on his ass.
nah,
yeah,
that's not true. I don't. I favor him if he
Man,
fights
Polo,
the
come
WWE
on,
champion.
man.
Man, you
Who do
talking
you
bro?
favor?
Who's the
Who do you
only
favor
one?
him to beat?
Uzi, Usyk,
Come on, Polo.
and what's that Russian dude? Are the only ones that moved? Everybody else that was in that tournament is cruiserweight. What are you talking about, bro? Like
Who do you favor?
the
Who do you favor him to beat?
who? Like who? Brent.
Bradis is still there.
Warren Buffalo would
The
beat the
dude
shit
that
out of
Second,
him.
Lawrence
but
Foley beat
did
was
he
in the
fight any
tournament.
of those guys?
Brady,
But did he fight
Brady's was
any other guys you talking about?
They all
That's
beat his ass.
nah, not
They
the
none of
all
them.
beat
WWE
his
champion.
ass.
I favor him. Nah, I think he
Oh,
has a
none
chance
of them.
against everybody. The hardest fight would be Brady. I'm telling you, all right, keep like if it was that easy, we would see Charlo, we would see Benavidez go up there. But I mean,
But
hey,
they don't want to
Why would
go
they
up
go
to.
up? Why would they go
Yeah,
up
Briefly,
they
there?
cannot go up to
we
cruiserweight.
would see
br-
Charlo go to super
And why do
middleweight
y'all
and fight
and why do y'all
Benavidez.
say this? Like, oh, if it was
We
so
would see
easy,
Benavidez
but we're
go
if
against.
it
talking.
was so easy, then
It's
Canelo,
it's not
then
a.
Charlo, then Andrade, then Earl Spence, then Terrence Crawford, then all these guys would move up. What do they have to move up
Why
that
would they
much
move up
for?
200 pounds though? I'm just wondering.
As
Why would
as
they
He's
long
move
moving the
up
leg,
200
bro. He's
pounds?
trying to be a five-time division. He's
Cruiserweight
trying to
limit
come.
is at
No, he's
190 now. It's
we're
not
not
at
talking. We're
no,
not
it's
talking about if what Canelo's doing is right.
bro.
We're simply
Like
trying to say who is
yeah.
favored over fucking Macaboo. Who is he favored to beat?
He
Right.
could beat the WWE champion. I favor him against the what's his name, the French dude. He can beat the regular champion as well. I think the who's the Lawrence Akali versus him would be an even fight. The only one that I know that would probably beat him is the IBF champion, the Brady's dude. But like I said, Canelo's gonna collect that belt if he wins, and then he's gonna go to light heavyweight. Like I said, he's
You know
Hey,
trying
what's
to get
crazy
that
though?
belt.
You know what's crazy?
I
I
I
saw
don't know you, my man. The dude is talking. I wanted to make a comment to you, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. I have said this to Art Man. I said it to D Hive, Allen, all these guys before. To me, titles and going up. Look, man, throughout boxing, a lot of guys could have easily moved up one or two weight classes and cherry picked champions. I mean, believe it or not, there's some
I mean, like I
122 guys
said,
that could
but
probably
it's that risk, though, bro. It's
just
the
saying.
risk, the weight. Like he's
But
gonna get
hold
a
on a second,
disadvantage.
bro. But see,
Like look at when
that's
Pacquiao
the
fought
disconnect.
Margarito. When
Let me, all right,
Pacquiao fought
I got you.
Margarito, he was at a disadvantage.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
let
All
me
right, go
finish.
ahead, bro.
Let me finish my comment, bro. All I'm saying is this. That's the disconnect we got with the fans because to me, I want to see best matchups. To me,
Right.
Canelo versus Charlo, Canelo versus Boo Boo, Canelo versus Benavides, Canelo versus Beterbiev, Bivol. Those are better matchups. But like I say,
Right.
man, if David Benavides wanted to go up the cruiserweight and fight that guy, he would go up the cruiserweight and beat that guy. I don't want to see fighters cherry pick champions
Man,
just
like
to
I
say
said,
they're
bro,
a champion.
easier said than done,
Champions
bro.
don't
Easier said than
As
done.
long as all the fighters, as
nothing,
long as
bro.
all the fighters get a 2 drug test failure allowance, then you have a point.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
there's a
I don't
difference
understand why
between
you can't
Canelo.
force yourself to be a
I feel
mandatory
like
as a champion.
that first fight and then Canelo after that first Triple G fight, there's a clear difference in not only his physique, his power, his endurance, all that. So there is this. This probably where you can see the computer off. making improvements in that.
But
And not only that, it's also that why do they have to move up 5 weight classes to prove that they're great? You can do that in the stacked division like middleweight. The glory weights are 147, 160, heavyweight.
That's
What
right.
else?
Actually,
170 and
175 is up there, brother.
135.
175.
175.
Yeah,
175. I think
175.
You can, and
162
all
is
those
just
guys could fight, and you can
Oh,
make history in those divisions in and of themselves.
can somebody mute me?
yo. But like I was saying that, like I
Who?
would
But
love
hold
to
up,
see a
Polo. I'm not
Charlo
finished.
fight.
I'm not finished.
All right,
I'm not
go
finished.
ahead, bro.
You can go. You can go in those weight divisions, and you can fight in those weight divisions, in those glory weights, and just fight in those weight divisions and make that history. Canelo fighting Charlo and Andrade in that period where he's at 154, 160 is infinitely better than going up to cruiserweight and fighting fucking Macaboody for what?
Yeah,
And then
Absolutely.
he'll drop that belt, go back down, and probably the light heavyweight, and then fight Archie Better be able to fucking Bibble or fight somebody else. That's not legacy. I can't take away Canelo's accomplishments. I've never done that. I just wanted to see Canelo fight the dudes that I wanted to see him fight, and that a lot of my
yeah,
brothers and a lot of people want to see him fight.
yeah.
But everybody else has to fight people that we the quote unquote want to see him fight, except certain fighters. Lomachenko didn't have to fight Devin Haney. Canelo didn't have to fight Charlo and Andrade. But Earl Spence had to fight fucking
Yeah.
Bud
Like I
Crawford.
said, bro,
You
Charlo
know,
could go up. Like I said, I
Tr-
want to see the fight, but I already know the excuses that's gonna come down when he beats Charlo.
well,
Oh
that's
man,
not
he had
that's
too
not what
much
I'm
weight.
talking about.
He had
That's
too
not what I'm
much
talking
weight.
about.
He had too much weight. Oh,
That's
they're
not
coming
Polo.
like
That's
when
not
Who
what
got
I'm
our
make
man
talking
beat
about,
Caleb
though.
Plant. When our man beat, he said that he was gonna duck Caleb Plant. What ended up happening? Last time I checked, somebody got knocked out and stopped. Like he said that he was gonna duck Plant because that style. He went in there and beat him. I'm just saying this could be the
Well,
excuse. The
he
excuse,
delayed the
This
fight.
is what
He
that's not what I'm
delayed the
saying.
bro.
Hold
fight
up,
for an
hold
He
up,
still
8 week
beat him,
period, which is
bro.
weird.
hold
But he
up,
still, like
hold
I
up.
said, bro, he beat him. He beat him. The
Yeah,
This is
same
what
I
I'm
way.
saying.
understand. I understand
I
that
don't mind
Canelo.
seeing
I
Charlo,
understand that Canelo is
bro.
successful, but you're not taking into account conditions. Again, as long as everyone else has a 2 drug test allowance failure, then cool. So if someone pops dirty, fights Canelo, and beats the living shit out of him, I don't want to hear anything about any excuses. Cool?
Yeah, cool. Like I
And
said,
that's not
same when
even
he
what I
beats
was
Okay,
Charlo and
saying
all
though.
them.
good.
I
Let
don't
me
want to use.
hold
Yeah, like
up.
I said, bro.
Let me get my point
Like,
across. Hold up. Let me
like I
finish my
said,
point.
bro.
I wasn't hold
Go
up,
ahead, bro.
Polo, hold up. I wasn't finished. And that's not what I was talking about. I'm not talking about now. I was talking about in that period where we really wanted those fights. And he was at 160. He was at 154, but everybody else got to fight everybody else. Wilder and Joshua had to fight. That's the fight I wanted to see. For Bud and Spence got to fight. That's the fight I want to see. Charles and Andrade got to
Yeah,
fight. That's the fight I want to see. Devin Haney and Tank got to fight. That's
yeah,
the fight I want to see.
but
All these other
like
guys got
hell
to fight
yeah.
everybody, but all these certain fighters don't got to do nothing, and they're
Like I
not
said,
tight.
bro, we can still get
And
the
people will
Charlo
make
fight.
excuses
Like,
but hey, I'm
eh,
not finished. People will make
like
excuses that, oh well, he's done so much. What else does he have to prove? And blah 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 blah. If he don't have nothing to prove, then he needs to fucking retire. Get out of the sport.
that's facts, bro. Like I like, but I said what I would like to try to do is go up to super middleweight, get at least 2 fights. So his third fight
And
can
that's
be
not yeah.
Canelo. Because like I
And
said, bro,
if
I
if
don't like I
Charlo
said,
if
bro, I don't
Charlo
want to hear
moves
the
up to
excuses, bro.
168 and he gets his fights, and I feel like it, and he gets his tune-ups or whatever the fuck he gonna do, I can't take that away from Canelo. It might not be what I
Yeah.
wanted it to be, unless it's some suspect
So
stuff in
wait.
that
They're
fight
both.
where I'm like,
Yeah, that is true.
well, hold
That is true.
if
But
it's
they're the
if it's
same
not no
age, bro.
suspect. I know, but listen to what I'm saying. Unless there's some suspect stuff in that fight where I'm looking at it with my own eyes and I see, man, something ain't right about this. The Canelo will get his props. I gave him the props for Plant because Plant was probably one of his best wins in years. If we're going to be real, an undefeated champion in his prime. Well,
Nah,
in my
I want to see
opinion,
the
he was getting
Charlo fight.
outboxed,
Like I said, bro,
but that
anybody that
result was
wants
the
to
result.
bet, yep,
Yeah,
You
but
got to give
four
Canelo
years
props.
ago, 4 years
You got to
ago,
give
when the fight was actually 50-50, it was Charlo doesn't deserve it. He needs to fight somebody. Da, 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 da. Now that he's had like 6 fights above 160, gone all the way to fucking light heavyweight, failed to a drug test. Oh yeah, Charlo can get the fight now. Yeah, now that the conditions are completely
like I
different.
said, bro, when they
and that's
make
not
the fight, we can bet the high, we can bet big money. Like I said, drop the cash on
Again,
it.
now that you're comfortable that he's failed 2 drug tests and has had 2 weight
Like I
classes
said, bro,
worth of weight
excuses.
advantage, all of a sudden
Yo,
it's
excuses, bro.
oh yeah. Now that he's failed some drug tests, I'm
Yeah,
absolutely okay with him fighting
but
Charlo.
the thing
Let
about
Charlo
it
fail two
is
drug tests.
bro.
that
Like I said,
Let
bro, he
Charlo
can.
fail 2 drug tests, and then we can fight.
the thing about it is that I've been petitioning for these fights and dudes they use the same excuses that D just stated. Polo, you know how many dudes that come up, and I'm not saying this is you or you, associate with anybody like that. But you know how many dudes come on my inbox and harass me, blah 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 blah, because I want to see the best fight the best. It's crazy. I don't have no fear in Earl Spence fighting Terrence Crawford, Jerron Boots Ennis, anybody. I don't have no fear in
Yo,
my
but
favorite
I'm gonna
fighters
keep it
going up and
100.
testing against the best. You know, a lot
Yo,
of these dudes, it's a fear factor. They don't want to see their fighters lose. I'm not saying it's you,
right.
but you can't sit up here and act like motherfuckers don't make those
But but
excuses
but
and all
but
those
that's the every
excuses.
Spence, bro. I've seen that with Spence fights. I've seen that with Crawford. I've seen with that. That's everybody. That's a fight fan,
But you're
bro. That's
talking
just
to
how.
me though. You're talking to me,
No, but I'm saying
and
you talking to me
most of the
too.
people
Like,
that
no,
most of the
I've seen
people that
Spence
I've
fans
met
scared. I've seen Spence. I've seen
scared of what?
Crawford Spence scared. I've
I don't
seen
understand.
fear.
I can't. I
How are
never
Spence
personally
fans scared
associate.
when Spence fans want Spence to fight the most dangerous person at 147?
Not all his fans, bro. But there's Spence fans that are scared that he will lose to Crawford, bro. And there's Crawford fans that are afraid that he'll lose to Spence. But I don't think that fight's gonna happen because when he beats Ugas, what's gonna happen is he's gonna have to fight what's that Russian dude's name in the Sanyones, or
Stan
he has to
Jones
fight
step
Hernandez.
aside.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah. But he already paid them,
can I
bro. I'm
make a
telling you
comment, bro?
that
Go
fight has to
ahead.
happen. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm gonna say this. The first to cut in on the I believe Stayonis has took a step aside fee once or twice already.
He's
You
not
know
gonna
that's
do it
free
again.
money, right?
Yeah,
I'm just adding. You know that's free money, and then he already know that 100% after Bud and Earl fight, they're gonna vacate. They're not gonna fight him. So eventually, if he continues to win, he'll be the WBA champion, and then probably fight somebody like Boots Ennis or something
yeah, I
like
can
that.
see that. Yeah, that's what
But
I've
what
been.
I
Because
was
what
gonna
would
say,
happen is, go ahead, bro.
yeah, what I was gonna say was on what y'all was talking about Canelo missing those guys at 54 when it was at its most, best. And you had said something about moving up. And I don't mind because I have been on record saying that I would love to see Devin Haney move up rather than wait for guys that's not gonna fight him. But there's a difference. I said guys that weren't going to fight him. Canelo Alvarez have always been a talented fighter, but
He fought.
he
And here's the
fought.
thing.
He
He
fought.
fought
But here,
Lara
here
when he
my
didn't.
here my point on this one. He fought Trout. He fought Laura. He fought Floyd. He fought Triple G. He fought even Danny Jacobs. No, somebody I'm not very high on.
No, I
And
fuck with Jacobs, bro.
all
Jacobs
them
is a.
fights, bro. All them fights were 50-50. You didn't know who was going to win. But now look, I admit that he fought Kovalev at the right time. I felt like he would beat um, Caleb Plant. But let's not act like he ain't trying to duck some smoke because Boo Boo Andre is one of those 50-50 type fights. I don't blame Canelo. If I could cherry pick 40 million fighting guys that are contenders or below contenders like Rocky
Sparring
Feldon,
partners.
Caleb, yeah, sparring partners, Caleb Smith, uh, BJ, Billy Joe, Steroid Saunders. I mean, I just gotta say it, man. If somebody get 40 million to fight Caleb Plant or BJ Saunders, man, they hit the lottery in life. They
But
have
I
hit
don't.
the
Facts.
lottery in life, bro.
That is
Yeah.
facts.
I mean, think about that for a minute. All right, man, could you imagine that? You
And
fight
that's what I be
BJ
trying to tell
Saunders.
people too. I be like, bro, y'all don't even understand. Like, I've been saying that on my channel for the longest. That dude, other fighters look at that and be like, dude, I'm over here fighting fighters from fucking who gives a fuck a stand for fucking 60K, and these dudes fighting with skin gloves. Meanwhile, Canelo gets to fight whoever for $40 million and still be considered the best in the world.
But bro, they were champions, bro. They were
Ah, man,
Montiels.
come
They
on now.
weren't. They weren't.
So were
All I'm
Charlo and
saying is, dude,
Andrade,
it's
and so
already
is Devin
proven.
What's that?
Haney.
What was it? They wasn't
Look, look,
Montiels. There
look.
was
It's already
Jason
FBI
Quilly.
documents already proves that fucking sanctioning bodies were paid off by promotional companies. It
The IBF.
happens.
Where's the
It
IBF
happens.
located? Where's the
IBF,
IBF
Bob Lee.
located?
No, we're
Rest
Where
in
talking
was the
about
peace,
the
IBF?
Bob.
WBA.
Hey Polo,
Rest
Last
in
time I checked,
peace, Bob Lee.
wasn't
hey
the
Polo,
IBF? Wasn't that the IBF?
Polo.
Where's the IBF
IBF,
located again?
Bob Lee.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
where
it was the
IBF
WBA
located?
that put Stan Jonas into position.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on. Can you
Nah,
hear
that
me?
was kind of. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
There's only
Oh,
one
bro.
reason and
What?
one
Hold
reason
up.
only
Let
why
me
a
ask a
fighter
question. Hold on.
can have
Hmm.
a title shot on their second fight, and that's money.
Oh my
I was going. Polo. I'm gonna ask you this.
yeah.
What
It was those
is
two
the
gold
more
medals,
exciting
bro. It was
fight?
those two gold medals. It was those two
It
gold
don't mean
medals,
them gold
bro.
medals. Like,
Two
and that's
gold
the thing,
medals.
bro.
No, that shit's not easy, bro. Two gold medals is not easy. Like you said, you can
Getting
select.
the
When you're
first one might be an
26,
accomplishment, but getting the second one, you're a man beating up kids.
exactly. When you're 26, going
Clarissa
against
Shields got the same
amateurs.
number of gold medals, and she don't get her ass eaten on the internet
That's
every fucking day over it.
man. That's true, bro. That's true. Like I said, that's
Did
why a
y'all?
lot of that
And did
is
y'all
true though. That's why
see
you
that?
see a lot of people.
Did y'all see that conversation on Twitter about that Sean Porter and Keith Thurman and Loma are they Hall of Famers?
That dumb shit. I stayed
I
out
didn't
of
even
that.
pay that shit no mind.
Yeah, that's just dumb talk.
I
Like,
didn't pay no mind because I'll put it to you like this, man. The way that the Hall of Fame, first of all, it's just like baseball. The Hall of Fame are voted in by writers. So whomever people like, that's who they vote in. So how did
Rocky's in the Hall
Arturo
of Fame.
Gotti get in? He never won
How
a
did
big
Rocky?
fight. Got
how did
beat up
Rocky
every
Balboa get in?
He
yeah
beat Drago in
in the
Russia.
box.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
fucking while he was on Peds too.
yeah. Rocky
Was he?
He
Balboa is
beat a
not even a
fucking
real
ped
fucking
up,
person.
fucking roided
Wait,
up
Not
so
even a
so
real
motherfucker.
hey,
person, man.
The Hall
hey,
of
Armin,
Fame is like
was
the
he really on
Oscars and
Peds in the
like the pound
movie
for
or like
pound
real
list.
life, or was there just
Yeah.
storyline?
Nah,
But I mean, but
hold on
look,
1 second.
yeah.
Hold on. We all talking at the same time. We gotta figure it out. Hold on. Julius, speak your point real quick.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna
call
say.
out names and shit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that to me, Hall of Fame, and this is the point I was making on what's the name, Canelo. Hall of Famers are made different because Roy Jones and James Toney went through 160 through 175, and they fought all top fighters, whether they was Black Americans, whether they were Mexicans, whether they were from Latin
African.
America, Europe, and I'm stuck. I'm on one thing that Canelo said. Even through the PEDs, it was just that one comment when he said to about David Benavidez that I don't want to fight a fellow Mexican when David Benavidez' mother is from Honduras. And the other thing I
Bro,
was
come,
thinking was, could y'all
bro, you're gonna
imagine
say
Floyd
stuff, bro. Like
Mayweather?
out of
I'm just
respect, bro, you're gonna
asking,
say
could
something
you
to me like,
imagine Floyd
I mean,
Mayweather or
bro,
Earl Spence or Bud saying, man, we ain't going to fight no fellow black
bro,
fighter?
his mom did not from
No.
Yeah,
Honduras.
hell
He's
nah.
more.
Black power.
It's
They
from Ecuador, but he's
Power
more
to the
Mexican
people.
because of the dad side. That's just how Hispanic roots are. So he's
Oh,
more
okay, but
Mexican, but
what you
Yeah,
but
talking
come
about?
on, bro, like
Mexican
fucking
fighters go to war
ether his
all the
ass.
time. Look through the history of time, man. Mexican fighters try to kill Mexican fighters just like they do Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Julio Cesar
Look at
Chavez.
Canelo's first 40 fights. He was over there beating up drunk dudes in Mexico to get his rep up because he didn't have an amateur career. So fuck,
Absolutely.
come on, man.
And he beat Chavez Jr., didn't he?
Yeah,
yeah, he about
he went all
to.
12 with the biggest quitter in boxing. That's just funny as
And
fuck.
he was, and I'm just saying,
Man, but come on, bro. You got
Chavez Jr. was
sympathy, bro.
born
He
in
could knock him
Mexico.
out. He didn't knock him out because he had respect for Travis. Come on now, bro. He
Oh,
wasn't
Man,
so now you
That's an
saying
listen,
he's
come
smarter
on,
than
come
him?
on,
bro.
Polo. That's
Bro,
an
hey,
Wow,
insult.
bro.
Canelo,
forget that, bro. Come
So
on.
how come he
He
didn't knock
wasn't
out
Canelo
born in
live in
Jacobs?
San
Honduras.
Diego, man.
How come he
Canelo
didn't knock
stay in
out
San
Jacobs?
Diego. He don't
So
mind
listen,
knocking out of Mexico.
nah, bro. Bro, stop
Jacobs
it.
got slept with one punch. How come he didn't knock out Jacobs? Because he
Shit,
had
bro.
respect for Jacobs?
I mean, like I
All
said, bro,
right
it's style
then.
mix fights, bro. Bro, no, what are you talking about? It's style mix fights, bro. Come on, bro. He could have knocked out
So you're
Chavez.
saying that Dmitry Pirog is better than fucking Canelo?
Well, I mean,
Honestly, bro,
right now in history, yeah, Canelo is better than
you
Dimitri.
could never know
So,
because
all right,
his career was
so
cut short.
Yeah, that is true.
okay, so I'm saying
I'm just
Dmitry
saying,
Pirog
Art
managed to
man,
sleep
what you
him with
think?
one punch.
Art man,
What?
what you think would have happened if Earl, Bud, Gary Russell, Devin Haney, Tank Davis all say, man, we ain't fighting no black Americans. We only gonna fight other people.
They would get shitted on for the rest of their fucking career.
Bro, like
Exactly.
I can't even fathom that shit because that shit is just. I'm sorry, I can't even put that together because it's just. I couldn't imagine brothers sticking together like that on that type of level because that would change the game.
Absolutely.
Black people would shit on them. Black fans
If
will
you
call
know
them
it,
pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
imagine throughout all the history of boxing, if black fighters said that they weren't fighting black fighters, you know how many classic fights that wouldn't happen?
Wouldn't have happened. Well, number one, there was a time in boxing they wouldn't have got title fights unless they fought a black guy. We all know about Black Murderers Row. That was made where guys had to fight each other 10 and 15, 20 times because no one would fight them. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the great Archie Moore and Sugar Ray
Ezra
Robinson
Charles.
and Ezra Charles. I mean, especially Ezra Charles. No one would fight him at light heavyweight, period. He had to move up to heavyweight. Jersey Joe Walcott, these guys had to, in order to get title fights, man, they had to move up to heavyweight from like welterweight and junior middleweight to fight heavyweight because no
and
champion would fight them. And they still won belts. Like, we don't even talk about stuff like that, man. That's
Julius,
historic.
Because they
thank
want
you,
to
brother.
erase
Hold
history.
up, Art. Thank you, brother, for bringing that up because I don't understand how these quote unquote boxing fans like to say, "Oh, boxing isn't about race." When the Black Murderers Row exists, when everything that you just outlined is history, that's facts. They didn't like Muhammad Ali back in the day. They try to act like they
Mm-mm.
loved him now. They only loved him after he stopped being able to talk.
Yep.
After he stopped being able to voice his voice, his truth.
His, right.
They didn't. You see how they treated Joe Louis? What they did to Joe Louis? Joe Louis fought for this country. He
Yeah,
was
that was
doing
sad, bro. I
amazing
read on
things.
that.
And
I did it.
What?
Yeah, it was
What they
sad.
do?
Joe Louis,
They're like,
he,
man. Oh, you go ahead.
The tax people got on him. You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
They
You
denied
know,
him.
and
They
that's how
denied him a rightful title shot
they deny.
on multiple occasions. And let's
he
not
was
also
giving his
forget.
purses. He was giving his purses to like the military, if I
Yeah,
recall
Yep.
correctly. He was
Yeah.
giving his purses to the military, and after he died
and
broke. After all he did for
and
this
when Joe
country.
Louis won fights, look, when black athletes at that time in any sport, but especially in boxing, when they won fights, I want someone to show me a time where a black athlete beat a white guy or Hispanic or anything back then, and you seen them jumping around like they would now when they win a fight. They had to just raise their hand and walk back to their corner because they could have kept their purse or anything if they gave excitement.
Yeah. And look
They
at
would have
Sonny
got
Liston.
killed.
They killed Sonny Liston.
Listen.
They
And then they
killed
had the
him.
nigga who killed them on the documentary.
Yep.
Damn.
Sonny Liston was straight up assassinated because of the
Fascinated.
damage that he might have done to the game.
Hmm.
They just said
Like, why do
fuck
they
it
kill him?
altogether. Like that nigga is not fighting. Fuck it. Kill him
Right,
specifically.
right.
Yep.
So wait,
Boxing is a funny game, man. Boxing is a funny racial game. And it's just so funny because that's why I don't allow those trolls, man. And that's all I'm going to use that word trolls because they try to keep a race thing. All right, I'm going to give you an example. If you want to be popular on the internet, it doesn't even have to be boxing. You got to have one thing you got to do. You got to be very proficient in either talking crap about black people, or you got to use reverse racism, and then you get a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? That MAGA talk, that thing is for real, man. That thing is for real. That's for real. Do y'all know how many MAGA fans that Jamel Charlo got? Jamil Charlo?
Well, it depends. When he sucks Canelo dick and he shits on Wilder, he gets fans. When it's time to fight Castano, them fans disappear.
Yeah.
Fight Castaño. For real, Castaño. I mean, shit. I don't know why because I mean, Castaño give him a fight, and I have a feeling they're gonna
Oh,
rob
no
him
doubt he
this time
good.
around. Yeah, Castaño. I'm sorry, but I rewatched the fight yesterday. Yeah, he whooped his ass, bro. Like this fight, they're gonna end up robbing him. Watch, and then Charles
Robbing
gonna go
him.
to
This fight, he gonna
middleweight.
get his ass knocked the
Nah,
fuck
bro.
out.
He's getting knocked
Bro,
out
let's
this
Yeah,
spend
fight.
money
it's
then,
not
bro.
gonna go
What
the
the
Sorry,
distance.
fuck?
let's
Yeah,
spend
it's
money
not
then,
gonna go the distance.
bro. Talking shit. Let's spend money then. I'm telling you, they're gonna rob Castaño. Castaño's probably gonna try to go for the KO, or he's not gonna get a decision against Charlo.
He,
That's what
he
they're
tried
arguing.
to he tried for the he tried to go for the KO all fight last fight and it didn't work.
Yeah, bro. whoop Charlo's ass. Like I'm telling you, Charlo lost that
He
fight.
didn't whoop
That shit
Charlo's
was.
out. He tried to
Yes, he
flurry.
did,
He
bro.
tried to flurry at the last 30 seconds of every
Bro, he
round,
was
and he didn't
literally,
do enough to win the fight.
bro.
By that logic, you're saying that he beat Lara. He did the same shit
Bro,
with Lara, and it didn't work
bro.
then.
He had Charlo twerking against the ropes, bro. Like I said, we can
And
bet
you
money
know what that
on the
is? You know
And
rematch.
what
he
that
ended up
is,
getting
Polo?
rocked
You're
himself.
suffering from the effect of where fans they're so used to seeing black fighters do so well that if they look a little bit less than what they usually look, it's oh my god, they
Bro, Crawford,
lost.
Crawford
They
even said he
lost.
lost.
Just
Bro,
like
bro,
Cruz.
bro,
Just
I
like the
have
Dude,
Cruz
screenshots.
fight.
Crawford
Bro,
also said
I
that
literally,
Canelo's a
bro,
duck. So do you trust
bro,
Crawford's word?
bro. I even
Do you
had
trust
it. I
Crawford's
was going for
word?
Charlo in that fight. I wasn't going for Castano, but then I saw that fight. I was like, nah, Castano won, bro. Like you know that.
Crawford also said that Canelo is a duck. Do you trust Crawford's word?
Shit, that's his opinion. But like I said,
All
bro,
right
like
then.
he said
All
it,
right
bro.
then.
If a box, like I said, bro, a lot of people even said
Okay.
Devin, bro. They said that even
Strictly
said that Charlo.
inconsistent.
Like I
It's the
said, we'll see
same
the
guy,
rematch.
bro. Either his word is good or it's not.
Like I said, bro, he Castano won that first fight, bro.
No, okay,
I'm
so
telling you.
it's your opinion. It's Crawford's opinion and it's your
He gonna
opinion.
get knocked out this
All
next
right,
fight as well. So
Yeah, he's gonna
Hey,
get
I don't
stopped.
think
He
y'all
so, bro.
guys,
again,
this man.
he
Who
he
y'all
did the
think
same.
gonna win this weekend? Do you think Ortiz can Martin beat Ortiz?
I think
No,
Martin fuck around and win this fight.
Ortiz gonna tax that
I
ass.
think,
I'm in it too, man.
I think,
I
I think Luis
strangely
is
think he
gonna
can
beat
win.
him.
He
What
can
if
win, but
Martin win
he's
this
not going
shit,
to.
bro? That shit would be crazy.
Everybody
Oh,
gonna shit on Wilder.
there's a Puerto Rican heavyweight, Steven Torres. I believe he's fighting on the undercard.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the primary reasons I don't need Ortiz to win is because if Ortiz fuck around and lose, everybody's going to use that opportunity to shit on Wilder and not even talk about Charles Martin. It's not even going to be about
Are
giving
they
Charles Martin
not
any credit.
saying? Are they not gonna say that Ortiz is probably 50 years old almost?
They're
No.
already saying that. So if
Yeah,
Ortiz,
Ortiz is like in his 40s.
yeah, so if Ortiz loses,
Yeah.
they're just going to be like, oh, see, we
Oh,
told you
Deontay
Wilder
Wilder
wasn't
beat a
shit.
bum.
Yeah, exactly. Like, see, we
Yeah,
told you he was trash. Even
but all the
garbage
trash
Charles
he's
Martin
garbage.
beat him.
Yo,
Even
Wasn't
That's what they're gonna
though,
say.
even though they forget that Waylon really stopped Fury.
Oh,
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 Waylon.
no doubt,
Wilding?
he did.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean, they say
yeah.
that
Auto Wallin. Auto
that should
Wallin.
have been just automatic. That cut was caused by a punch, a legal punch, and the man cut was grotesque, and he still won.
Tyson Fury actually came in big in that fight, and he got his ass pushed like
Hey, his time's coming. His time's coming.
yo,
That's
Tyson
why
Oh
he
yeah,
Judkins
didn't.
though.
he
Yo, did
he
you
better
hear
stay away
might
from
fight
Joe
Reese?
Joyce, man.
That's why he
Bro,
didn't
he
want to
might
fight
fight
White.
Andy. Bro, he might fight
I think
Reese or
I'm
that
Tyson
telling
dude.
Fury
y'all
needs
that
to stay away
that
from
that that fight took a lot out of him, man. That's why he was considering retiring because he knew
Ty-
that fight took him a lot out of him.
Tyson
Yeah,
Fury's not the same person anymore. That's a fact.
man.
Like
When
Yo, I ain't.
Deontay Wilder hit you with them hands like that, I don't care who you are, you ain't gonna be right. And I mean, he concussed Tyson Fury in 2 out of 3 fights. He
yeah, he
concussed.
did.
So you got to think he better not run into no guy like Joe Joyce, somebody with heavy hands. And see, that's what's going to end up happening. If Tyson Fury continues to, play around with these heavyweights, one of them going to hit him, and people going to be so in astonishment that it was a
Mm,
one-punch knockout. But
no, I
like
don't know
in
about that.
boxing,
I don't know
human
about that
legs.
because Fury was partying after that fight and Wilder went to hospital. I don't know if that because he was out there in
Bro,
That
Vegas
don't mean nothing,
celebrating.
Polo. That don't mean
let me
Everybody
tell
nothing.
goes
Bro,
to
he
the
went to the
hospital
hospital.
after
Bro,
a knockout loss, bro. Everybody.
bro, yeah, I know, but I'm saying Wilder went to the hospital and Fury was partying. I would have. I don't know. I don't
Everybody
think that
goes to the
affected his.
have
hospital
you ever
after a
heard,
knockout loss. Fury
right?
went to the
Have you
hospital.
ever
Fury
heard
went
in
to the
boxing,
hospital after he fought Wallen, and he won that fucking fight. That doesn't
right?
your
Yeah,
point doesn't make
exactly.
any sense.
Yeah, but he
So
went to the hospital because he got. But in this fight, he didn't go
so
to the
hold
hospital.
on,
He went.
Polo. So you think that Fury getting punched like that, where you could see the waves go from his forehead down to his spine to his legs, you think everything's gonna be all right with him? That's
Sooner
just
or later,
nothing.
it's not like right now, but sooner or later, he's gonna keep. That's what I'm saying. Like not right
No, his
now, but
body
Talking
is
about
like
fighting right
already
now.
oriented.
It's funny because you're talking about the hospital thing, but Mayweather, to be honest, barely didn't even really scratch Canelo's face up, and that one fight changed the entire sport of fucking boxing. So you're telling me that a single Wilder punch doesn't change the course of a man's career? Like, come on, bro.
How did that
Talking
change
Talking
Canelo's
about
career?
the
Canelo
hospital, he
went.
was out partying. He went to the hospital after Fury went to the
And
hospital after fights
also
he
too,
fucking
bro.
lost.
And also too, bro. I'm gonna give you an analogy on like drinking. Like a man can drink
Oh
20
yeah,
beers.
yep, yep.
He can drink 20
That's gonna fuck
beers
him up more.
forever. You get what I'm saying? He can drink as long as he want to, and then one day he started drinking. He can't drink like he used to. Same thing happened in boxing. An accumulation of punches. You start catching shots in the head, catch it in the body. You know what I'm saying? You might can handle it when you're younger, but after something traumatic like getting knocked out, you know what I'm saying? That stuff
Like
changes you, man.
even after Canelo beat Trout, he didn't even fucking stop Trout. Jared Hurd stopped Trout,
They're
but
not gonna
everyone was
tell
saying,
us.
No, he
but
They're not
didn't.
everyone
gonna
was
tell us
saying,
everything.
everyone was saying, oh shit, Trout's not the same. Trout's not the same.
As
He got decision by Canelo, so he's not the same. He didn't even
right,
stop the motherfucker.
you're right.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yo,
Right,
what
Bro,
about
right,
Jared
right.
Oh,
Austin
Crawford?
Caleb
Trout is
Plant.
actually still
Caleb
fighting.
Plant's not going to be the same. Callum Smith's not going to be the same. Oh, BGS is not going to be the same. Like,
Right.
dude, like, you know what I'm saying about
He
everyone.
retired. Shit, he retired. He ain't fighting anytime soon. I mean, Kellen Smith and Plant will be fine, but I don't know about Billy Joe Saunders,
Austin
bro.
Trout is actually still fighting, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
he's
Billy
still fighting.
Joe. I remember when Artman
yeah,
thought
Austin
Hurt could be
Trout. He
Canelo.
always likes my Instagram posts.
Yeah, I remember Artman thought Hurt could be Canelo.
Oh,
You
who?
said you
I used
said
to think
what?
Hurt could be Canelo. I remember you used to think Hurt could be Canelo, bro.
At
Who?
154, that might have been possible considering he didn't fight any of the
No, he
fucking
said at
You
top
said
champions
150.
except
her?
He said at
Liam
150.
Hey,
Smith.
no,
Jared,
no, no. I didn't
Jared,
say that. You
Jared
know what I
Yeah,
Hurd,
used to
you
say?
did, bro.
Jared
You know
Bro,
what
Hurd
I was
was
don't
good
think
saying?
I
enough to
remember,
beat
bro.
No,
I
him.
saw
no,
that
no.
post,
I ain't say
bro.
that. I didn't
Yeah,
say
you
that.
Bro,
would have
I'm
beat
not
him.
gonna say. I don't want to.
Hold on, hold on. I didn't say that. I said that Hurd had a
Oh, you
better
petty, bro.
performance against Laura than Canelo.
Childish, bro.
That's
Mhm.
facts. Hurd actually beat Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hurd
and he
beat
Floored him.
Laura,
Floored him. Put him on
and
the
he
floor.
stopped. Yeah, and he stopped Trout. He actually stopped Trout.
and he stopped Trout. That's crazy. That's because
Absolutely.
that's Canelo's biggest wins, and Hurd did that shit impressively. Like he knocked down Laura and stopped Trout,
And
and
guess
that's like
what?
Canelo's toughest fights.
And guess what? And Hurd wasn't the same after those two fights,
Those
and he won. But look at him going to war with Laura. People be underestimating Laura, man, and it might be
Yeah,
the
he
Cuban.
Laura hit him a lot of times in that fight,
Laura
dude. I
would
knew he
hit
wasn't
him
gonna be right after
flush.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, they say that Canelo was gonna walk through. He wasn't. They say that Laura was feather fisted, but Canelo wasn't coming forward in that fight. He tried to box Laura. You know what I'm saying? Where
Canelo,
Angulo and Hurd, they were the only guys I ever seen to put hands on
Oh
Laura, but
yeah,
Laura
yeah.
put
Laura
hands
got
on them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, them
Laura
guys
smoked.
weren't the same, bro.
Laura smoked dude that
Shit,
just
y'all
fought
good?
fucking
Everybody
Vito
just got real
Milnicki with
quiet.
one
Hold on.
punch. He smoked
No,
dude.
that wasn't
Oh,
him.
okay.
Win.
Okay.
no, no, no.
Nah,
That
that
wasn't the
wasn't
same
him, bro.
guy.
That was Thomas something like on the Andrew
Lamata,
Williams.
Cornflake.
Oh,
Yeah.
His name
Lamada,
Cornflake.
not
It's
La Bomba,
Lamana.
La Bomba. All these
Yo, we might see
Yeah,
motherfuckers
Triple
are
G
different.
versus
Cornflake.
Lara at middleweight. We
Yeah,
might see
Nick
him fucking
DeLombo
around seeing
fought
Triple
him.
G and Lara at middleweight.
I doubt
Laura
it.
would outbox Triple G if they
You
fought
Yeah,
think so
tomorrow.
right now?
Triple G not gonna take that fight. No.
No,
Nah, I
Triple
think
G
Triple G will knock
loses.
him out.
Especially after Devin Chenko just beat up on Triple G. People forget that's, you know what I'm saying? They forget that fight. Devin Chenko beat up on Triple G where folks thought it was a robbery. They thought Chenko won.
Shit, absolutely
Dude,
fucking
I damn near
was.
had a heart attack that day. I still remember, man. I was screaming so loud. My girl was like, "Man, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "He's whooping Triple G ass!" Like, and then when fucking Harvey Doc saved Triple G from getting
Keep him up.
dropped,
Keep him up.
bro, I swear to God, bro, I was so mad. Like, I was ready to
Ah,
punch the fucking hole in the wall, bro. That's how pissed off I was. 'Cause I was like, "Ain't no fucking way that he just
Damn, Lee.
caught him from falling down."
Hey guys, let me go, man. Hey, I'll let y'all, all right?
You
all
have,
right,
you have a good
man.
one.
Peace out.
Yeah, man. But I didn't wanna divert it too much. But back on this Kambosos joint, I'm just trying to think because, like I said, I already knew that Kambosos and Lomachenko were going to end up fucking fighting, so that's not a big ass thing to me.
Like, bro, he's
I'm
IBF
thinking of
mandatory too, and the WBO. So
I'm
and the
appalled that he just
WBC.
lied to me. He's gonna lie
yeah,
to me.
but
Yo,
my thing is, I'm more concerned about what's going to happen after that fight because honestly, I agree with Kambosos' team. Lomachenko is a far more winnable fight than Devin Haney. I'll say that. And honestly, I know y'all didn't believe me after the fight, but I was like, Kambosos with Lomachenko, that shit might actually not go as smooth as people think. People think, oh man, fucking Lomachenko just gonna come in there and grease his ass. And I'm like,
yo, why were you going
I,
for Art man? Why didn't you think that why did you think that if Kambosos beat Lopez, he was gonna go for Haney? You didn't think Lopez would go for Haney?
well, Lopez said he wasn't fighting Haney, so
When did he say that? That's what I want to know. Like, I picked Kambosos to win because I saw that Lopez wasn't focused. He
But
was
y'all,
out
y'all
here
know
doing
what
this and
boxing's
shit.
doing now? Boxing is basically saying instead of letting these guys get opportunities and hopefully we don't get another Floyd Mayweather. They're just like, fuck it, we're just not going to give these guys the opportunities at all.
I don't know why they're
mhm.
doing that because, bro, we're never gonna have another Mayweather.
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah,
I
one
know
of
we'll,
that.
we'll, we'll never be able to know.
No, if I was Haney, bro, to be honest, because now that he signed that Australian dude, he signed Montana Love, I'll just go to 140 because eventually Love and that Australian dude is going to get a title and then he can just go against Haney and Haney can be unified.
What love, and which guy?
The guy that fought on the Jake Paul undercard, he's an Australian dude, so Eddie Hearn's going to put him in.
Because I know Montana Love. They're gonna position him for a title shot, and then Devin Haney could probably beat his ass. But
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember the
that's going to be a
Australian dude.
50-50. He's ranked, though. Love isn't ranked, though, but the other dude is ranked. I forgot what body he's ranked in, but he's ranked.
I'm trying to the Australian
Leon,
guy. You're
he beat the Puerto Rican dude on the Jake Paul card.
oh Liam
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 Meyer.
Liam Paro.
Yeah, he's ranked in the body, so he might get that WBO, bro.
Well, whoever I
Oh
think
yeah,
Top Rank
he
is
is
most
ranked in the
likely
WBO.
Top
Nah,
Rank is
bro.
most likely going to get hands on the WBO first because that's usually what they do. And I think Top Rank got a dude Arnold Barboza Jr. He's above him, so Top Rank will they'll probably make that scrap. They also have Zapata. They also have Zapata in line and Ramirez in line and Program in line. So
Yeah, I
Top Rank
think
will get the
Cepeda
hands
will
on
get.
that.
No, Reggie will probably go for the WBA, but I think Cepeda will get the WBC, and then we might see a. So don't sleep on Cepeda, bro. Because I think Josh Taylor, what he might do as well is he'll probably vacate a couple titles, do one more defense, and then leave to 147. I don't think he'll go to 147 right away.
I think you will because who else is down there?
Nah, I know what he's gonna do, bro. He's
It's
gonna
crazy
vacate a couple
because
titles, keep it, and then he's gonna vacate again all of them. I don't think he's gonna vacate them all at once, bro. Watch.
I think he'll vacate all at once
no,
because I mean, if you're
he'll vacate and then he'll move up and he'll try to fight Crawford or somebody.
yeah, and also he needs to have a fight at 147 before he fights Crawford. So it wouldn't make any sense for him to delay vacating and then fight one more time at 140 and then go up to 147 and his first fight is Terrence fucking Crawford. That
Yeah,
that
that's what
wouldn't
I'm
make
saying.
yeah
But here's
that
the
wouldn't
thing,
make any
though.
sense. So
What if Crawford goes to 154? Because I'm telling you, bro, after this Spence Ugas, I have a feeling that he'll go to 154 and then Crawford go 154 and fight that Australian dude. Fuck around and he'll go to Australia. You know,
well
Timmy.
oh well
Nah,
Tim Zoo is
Nah,
not
he'll fight
is
him.
not no
You don't think so?
I'm saying Tim Zoo is not a factor. Like he would just go through the WBO route and petition Jermell Charlo. Like why would he waste time on Tim Zoo? Tim Zoo's not nothing. He's a contender.
No, but like whoever wins this fight, they're gonna do a defense or they'll vacate. The winner of this Castano Charlo fight, when they win, they're not gonna. They'll probably just vacate and go straight to middleweight.
Well, Jermell Charlo already said that he would offer Terrence Crawford 50-50 if he went up to challenge him to the WBO. And I think that's that's the biggest fight of Charlo's life. So I don't think he would like turn that down, even though I think he loses that fight. But also, if Terrence Crawford does that, I'm counting that as a duck because you talked a lot of shit, and now all of a sudden you're going to fucking junior middleweight. That to me looks like a big ass duck.
Hey, Midwest is in the chat.
Yeah,
keep him
Crawford
out.
at 154.
Oh shit, he said
I
keep him
don't.
out.
I don't see that.
I'm fucking with
I
him.
don't. We don't control the Midwest. You gotta Art Man gotta do that.
Yeah,
No, he's in the chat. Oh, he's
yeah.
not
Art
in
man gotta
the.
let you in.
Oh, sorry. I'm,
No,
I'm
he's
watching.
backstage. I think you gotta let him
I'm
know he's
watching.
backstage.
I'm watching boxing while I'm talking. I'm not looking at the damn screen.
Nah, Midwest is in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Midwest
He
should
is
be
it.
in the backstage.
No, Midwest is on the panel. He's just not speaking.
Really?
I got this washing machine going. I don't want it to make too much
That's
noise.
Oh, okay.
man.
That nigga always got some shit
But
going on.
yo, but Art man, you want to bet on the Castaño Charlo fight, bro?
Castaño getting knocked out,
Exactly.
bro.
You think
Facts.
so?
Thank you, Big West. He's getting knocked out.
Yeah, he's gonna
What
get
is
out,
you
bro.
talking about?
Castano
He's
doesn't make
starching.
Castano doesn't make any adjustments after any of his fights. He fights the same style all the time, and that's why I think it's gonna be bad for him. He makes no adjustments.
Nah, I favor him, bro. Something tells me it's gonna be another year of upsets again.
In that fight,
All
it
right.
wasn't.
Nah.
In that fight, it wasn't like what can Castano do better. It was what did Charlo forget to do.
Yep.
Man, and
Exactly.
and
You
Armin,
gotta
you
think
saw
of
him
it
go
like
for Charlo,
this.
but Armin, you saw
That
him
is the
go for
worst
Charlo
we
in
ever
that
saw
fight.
Charlo fight, and that's the best we ever saw Castaño fight.
Fight like that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
like ain't no better for Castano. That's it.
Because
yeah.
Castano was looking like some
Armin, I gotta.
bullshit against Laura.
Yeah, no, that was a close fight too. You
But it's
think
not even
Castaño?
like
I don't know. He put the hands on Lara though.
He was getting fucking pieced up by straight lefts, jabs, and body shots the entire
Nah. You
time,
saw the Lara highlight. I don't think
which
he
is
saw
Y'all
why
know
he
the.
couldn't
what's
get
so
it,
crazy
which
though?
is why he couldn't get a clean victory.
Bro, he got the drop.
Y'all
Lawrence,
But I
think
tried to
Castano
tell,
could
Lawrence
beat a
skill
I
set is
prime
tried
Hurt?
to
so
tell
club
Armin and
before a fight.
Midwest about the Usyk win. They were like, "Nah, Usyk is getting knocked out. Look what happened."
Well,
That's a
I
fight.
said Usyk by decision, so that's
No, but
not.
Armin had Joshua so the Midwest and said, "Nah." He's like, "No, we're gonna rob him on the cards." And look what happened.
I really thought they was gonna rob him. I knew Usyk was gonna cause some problems, but I thought they would at least rob him.
And
I
then
thought they were
Armin
gonna
was
rob
like,
Usyk
"Bring."
too,
And then Armin was like, "Bring it.
but
We
I
got
thought,
like, come on, Usyk, come for Wilder." I was like, "Damn, will we ever see that
Okay,
fight, Usyk
well,
well,
versus
before the
Wilder?"
fight,
sometimes
I was
niggas
picking
get
AJ
picks
to knock
wrong.
him out,
Like,
but during the fight, I thought Usyk was gonna rob him. I mean, I thought they were gonna rob Usyk. Like after as I was watching the fight,
No, but this fight, second round, I think Joshua's gonna
They
stop
gonna
him.
rob him this fight. They gonna
No, they're
rob him
not, bro.
definitely this fight.
Stop it. He's gonna stop
They
him, bro.
gonna
Watch.
they
He's
gonna
gonna
look.
stop him,
It don't matter how AJ's winning this fight. It's like the heavyweight
bro.
division is dependent on it.
No,
They
literally,
bro.
robbing
Usyk's
AJ
this
gonna
fight.
get
has
a
to
cut, and he's gonna cut
for
by
AJ's
I agree
Joshua.
with
fucking
you.
for AJ's
Joshua's gonna
fucking
I
stop
agree
him.
with
career.
you,
He has to
Midwest.
win this fucking fight. He has to. It's a must win situation.
Damn.
Yeah,
yeah.
he gotta win this fight. So
Not to mention
regardless
that
of how he
lifetime
win it,
slave contract that got him on. If this nigga lose twice back to back, ooh,
Yo, did you
bruh.
guys see that video
Yeah,
of
they're gonna feed
Eddie
him to
Hearn's
the
dad saying that, and
wolves.
Dylan White next to him laughing? Bro, I'm surprised that didn't go like like. Did you see what Eddie Hearn's dad was saying? He said that slave contracts, and Dylan White was next to him laughing.
that's why I don't like Dillian White. He's just
Wait,
coon and
wait,
sucker.
wait, Dillian White said what now?
No, Eddie Hearn's dad was
Dillian
like,
White
"We
was
was
next
slave
to
traders."
Barry Hearn when he said that these are transatlantic slave contracts, and Dillian White was next to him laughing like that shit was
Hey,
funny.
it is a fucking. I mean, it's not funny, but it is a fucking slave contract. This man has rights to your money, no matter what you do or where you go in boxing for the rest of your fucking life. And it's funny because people are like, "Oh, AJ's just rewarding his people that have made him a lot of money with loyalty." And I'm like, first of all, that's not how boxing business works. AJ has made the organization far more money than they make AJ, or else they wouldn't have a profitable business. Second off, please tell me one employer that you will sign a lifetime fucking deal with, except where whatever money you earn, they get a piece of. That's not employment, motherfucker. That's
And
taxes.
he brought boxing to the UK. He made boxing big in the UK again too.
Well, he made the
He made it
heavyweight
about big again.
division. He made the
Yeah,
heavyweight division big
yeah. A
in
lot
the
of people ain't
in.
gonna like it, but he's definitely going down like an all-time great just for doing that. All three of them might go down to all-time greats just for doing that.
Well, I know
If he's
they're
consideration.
already putting Usyk in all-time great status for his cruiserweight run, talking about he's better than Holyfield, which he fucking isn't.
He ain't
But you
better
know,
than
Not. He's the greatest cruiserweight, but I don't know if he beats Holyfield. But as far as he's the greatest,
Yeah, because he was
cruiserweight.
undisputed, bro, in that gold medal, and he went in unified. If he goes undisputed at heavyweight, bro, that argument's kind of like, well, he did get
well,
Yeah,
no,
it's
undisputed.
not really debatable. He's going to go down as the greatest cruiserweight.
well, it was a
Yeah, but
difference of the circumstances for Holyfield because all the sanctioning bodies weren't recognized when he was down there. So you have to grade it on the criteria that you're given per era. It's
And
like
not even
technically,
that, he's fought better like cruiserweights than Holyfield.
Nah, bro. No,
Yeah,
Yes, he
bro.
did.
Come
man,
on,
you're
bro.
sleeping on
Yes, he
the
did.
I don't know
division.
about
The
Qua,
that.
radius.
fucking Quali,
I don't
Muhammad
know,
Quali
man.
would fucking smash most of the competition today, though.
Boy, he
Nah,
would,
not at all.
bro. What? Imagine Michael Hunter versus Kwawi.
Bro, like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, nah, man.
What? That should be nuts. Hey, but it is what it is, man. 15. That's it, bro. 15 rounds. Can you imagine Usyk versus Holyfield in a 15 rounder cruiserweight?
Oh no.
Man,
Oh man, I
He wouldn't be out of place
want to see
though.
15
To be
rounders
honest,
come back.
that wouldn't make
15
sense
round,
though. Like,
the
how do
heavyweights
they?
can't handle it.
No,
These
how would the
heavyweights can't
15,
handle
judging
15
14
system?
rounds.
rounders
Don't
in boxing would be so fucking dope.
don't they have
Imagine
that?
Errol Spence. It's only a couple. Look, this is what I said boxing should be like. I said undisputed matches, unification should be 15 rounders. Uh,
How
title
many
defenses should be 12 rounders.
how
And
many
contender
fighters do you
matches should be
know that
10
can
rounders.
how many boxers today do you have did you can think of that could go 15 rounds? Like how many of
Not
those
that
boxers
many,
could do
bro.
that? I
Not
I
can think a
think
many.
lot. I
I
think
think
It'd
Errol
be
Errol
Spence is
Spence
one.
versus Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. I feel like that could have went 15 rounds.
it'd be a
Yeah,
lot more
those two fighters
stoppages.
go
It'd be
15
a lot more
rounds.
stoppages in boxing, like a lot
Eh,
more knockouts, because
Yep.
a lot of
Right.
motherfuckers ain't going no
I
15.
think
Eric Morales
I
versus
think Bud
Pereira
can
could
go
have gone on
15
15.
rounds.
None of these heavyweights are going 15 rounds.
No, none of them are going
No,
15
they can
rounds.
barely do
No.
fucking 12.
Yeah, the only one I can think
I think
of
the
is maybe
Charlos could go
Usyk.
15 rounds.
But I don't know.
Who else? I think
Fucking Jamal probably could. I don't know
Jerron.
about Jamal.
No, I feel like Jamel could. Both of them could go 15 rounds. I feel like Jerron Ennis could go 15 rounds.
Yeah,
Who else?
Crawford,
Fucking
Spence,
Craw. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Bud,
Deontay
Spence,
Wilder.
Shakur Stevenson probably
Sean
easily could
Porter,
go 15
Shakur.
rounds.
Yeah,
Fulton.
Shakur Stevenson, Jerron Ennis.
Deontay
Yeah,
Wilder.
Fulton.
I don't know about Fulton.
I
I
don't
don't.
know about
I don't know
Fulton.
if it's.
I seen his
Yeah,
last two
Deontay
fights. That
Wilder.
motherfucker ain't
No,
the gas station.
hold up. I think it was one of those coaches down in Philly said that Fulton has the best stamina out of all the Philly crowd, the crop of Philly fighters. Like he has the
Yeah, but
best
look
work
at his
I
ethic.
I
fights.
I wish I would have
No, he
seen that
keeps that
against
pace up for
Leo.
12 rounds. He keeps that pace up for 12 rounds.
He
He
sure did.
he's looking rather exhausted in some
Well,
sequences,
what
especially.
you're grading that on because he likes to fight in the inside, and I agree with you. I don't really
No,
like that style. I think he should mix it up.
I'm not grading it off his fighting style. I'm grading it based on his punch volume, his punch velocity, and where he decides to throw his punches. Because it's not an insult to say that a person is trying to get a little bit of rest on the inside because he does that. But especially against Leo, there were some moments where when he was in the position where he was getting caught and stuff, he needed to take some time off to recover. It's not a bad strategy, and I'm not
I
insulting him.
mean, come on, D Hive. This man's a human being. It's not like this guy's a superhero or some shit. The guy,
exactly.
he's getting hit, but the fact that he's able to still throw punches and not be super winded, where it's like, oh my god, like this guy's fucking gassed. Like, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Look at Anthony Yard versus Kovalev. That's a guy with serious stamina issues at that time. But
Yep.
anyways, Fulton don't look like that. He didn't look like that in the Leo fight.
Toward the later rounds, especially when it came to Leo and him doing all them low blows, it was starting to get to him a little bit. I'm not saying that he lost the fight. I'm not saying he looked terrible. I'm just saying that if given 15 rounds and during the low blows that he had to go through, it might be. I don't know. There could be some trickery.
If it was 15 rounds, Lopez was gonna lose to Loma.
Loma? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Lopez probably would have fucked around and caught a wrong body shot and took a knee or something.
Yeah, Loma would have stopped him if it was 15 rounds.
What about imagine Triple G versus Canelo 1?
Oh shit!
I think Canelo
Yeah,
might
Canelo
have
would have got stopped.
Yeah, Canelo would have definitely
Yeah.
got stopped.
And that's crazy because we all know that, but somehow people say that's the best fighter in the entire planet.
Shit.
Earth.
If Canelo and Mayweather went 15 rounds, Canelo would have got stopped.
Canelo would have got stopped. Yep.
They probably would
Yeah,
just threw in the
Canelo
towel
would've been
because
stopped.
just embarrassment.
Not
Yeah, they
embarrassed.
probably
He
would've-
would have been getting punished.
They probably would have just been like, Reynoso probably been like, man, cut this shit off. I ain't trying to look at this shit no more. Gotta take my baby home.
I might watch that fucking that
Oh, if Mikey Garcia
that
and
shit
Earl
again.
Spence
That
would have went
that
15
whole
rounds,
all
they would have
access.
threw the towel in.
Yeah, Mikey Garcia was getting his ass taxed. That
Hey,
shit
I
was
was
horrible.
rewatching that knife round.
Yeah,
Errol
Errol
Spence
Spence, he
versus
was
Mikey
beating the shit
Garcia.
out of
Oh
him.
my lord.
Yeah. If Jamel Charlo versus Tony Harrison was 15, he probably would have got stopped in the first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony has all the skills, but a terrible gas tank.
And that chin is just consistently cracked.
Yeah,
Like it's
Man,
bad.
like,
and that's
dude,
what
he
I
was
hate to see
beating.
because I fuck with Tony
He was
Harrison.
kicking her ass. Tony Harrison versus her. He was kicking her ass, and then he just started getting tired, and her
Her
that
let off
power,
her let
that
off one shot and then blah,
it was over.
fucked his shit smooth up.
Yeah, Jared Hurd, he was good back in the day.
Shit,
Isn't that crazy? It's like,
if Trout
damn,
versus
dude.
Canelo had gone 15, that might have come out different.
Nah, it would
Yeah.
have been the same result. He would have.
I
Canelo
think
would have still won.
No.
Nah, I don't think so, bro.
It might have been close. I'm not saying that Trout would have
It
definitely
would
pulled it
have
off. I'm
it
saying
would
it
have
might
been
have
a
been
split
closer,
decision.
or it might have been closer to a draw.
Yeah, Austin Trout, he wouldn't have gone down without a fight.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I've never really fully watched that fight, ever,
Really?
never.
It's on YouTube at this point. It's like free on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I
Bro,
think it.
Austin,
Yeah, I've seen it, but I've just never watched it.
Austin Trout, he was putting the hands on Canelo, man.
He got the knockdowns are what made the difference ultimately. But yeah, Austin Trout, didn't
And he was
he
coming
didn't
from his biggest victory against Miguel Cotto, plus
prime
middleweight
Miguel
now.
Cotto. Stop it.
Nah,
No,
not
Miguel
his,
Miguel
Cotto
what he
Cotto
was
wasn't
came
past
in
from.
his
his
He beat
prime.
prime for that.
Martinez. He gave Mayweather a fucking
That
hell.
was not
Nah,
his
He
dude.
was
prime.
past his
No,
prime.
that was prime Cotto in middleweight.
Prime Cotto after
That
how
was
many
not prime
losses in
Miguel
a whole
Cotto.
career?
But he beat Martinez.
I mean, if that
Yeah,
was Cotto, like before I let the Margarito losses, then I don't think Trout would have won that fight.
Nah, Trout was putting the hands on Cotto, bro. Stop it.
I think
Watch
Trout.
that
I
fight
think
too.
Trout probably would have won it regardless. But he had just come through wars with fucking Margarito and Pacquiao, and then he got whooped by Floyd right
Nah, he
before
didn't
that.
get
And
whooped by Floyd. That was a good
I
fight, bro. He
mean,
didn't
he
get
did get
Cotto,
whooped.
whooped.
He
It was a
lost.
fucking unanimous decision. He got
No, bro,
whooped.
he
What
didn't
is
get.
this?
No, he,
Oh my
bro, he
God!
was
What is he
winning the last.
talking about, bro?
What are
He
you talking
got
about,
his
bro?
ass
I watched
whooped.
the fight, bro. He was
no, but like
He
Floyd
got his ass
Mayweather
whooped,
said,
just like
Floyd
Mayweather
Mayweather
whooped
said
Canelo's
Cotto
ass. It
was
was a
his
clean
toughest
Nah, it
fight.
UD.
wasn't like that. It wasn't like that, bro. Cotto gave him a fight. Cotto was winning the endings of the rounds, like that was the only problem. But he
Oh,
didn't get whooped.
you mean like when Castano was flurrying to try to steal the rounds? Yeah, we know that happens. But
Nah, bro.
ultimately,
Mayweather
he got
still
a
won, but
UD.
he didn't whip him like I
Yeah,
said. Cotto didn't
Floyd
get
did the
whooped.
same, but
But
like,
even if
Cotto,
what you're saying, was accurate, he still had horrible wars with fucking Margarito twice
yeah.
and Pacquiao, and then he fought Mayweather, took that L, and then he fought fucking Trout. So
You know
you're
what's
talking about
crazy though?
prime?
yeah,
Like,
but
nah.
Cotto also like redeemed himself at
Yeah, that is true though. He beat
154.
Martinez though when Martinez
You
was
know what's
at one
crazy
point.
though?
But he's talking about prime Cotto, and
Pacquiao,
it's like after 3 L's, we're talking about prime Cotto. Okay.
No,
You
Nah,
know what's
prime.
crazy
There's
though?
like prime Cotto, like without let the Margarito losses, like
when he beat Sam
that was
Judah,
at the
Paulie
better.
Malignaggi, he beat Joshua Clottey. Yeah, that's prime. Shea Mosley, yeah, that was prime.
Cotto could have fought Ricky Hatton, but then Ricky Hatton
No, he
didn't
didn't
want
fight Luis. No, it was Carlos Quintana.
to. Oh, Quintana?
Yeah, he beat Carlos Quintana. Remember? Then he fought. I think he fought Sam Judah, Shane Mosley, Joshua Clottey, Carlos Quintana. Probably Malignaggi.
Oh, wow.
Man, how are you a Cotto fan, bro? You don't even know this. But I watched those fights live, bro,
Well,
back in the days.
I never kept up with those fights because at that time I was like a lot younger, so I never really caught up with like the those type of fights, leading
Bro,
it.
I
And
still even remember Sam
I
Judah
ain't
versus
watching none of them
Mayweather.
fights either. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
yeah,
you was a boxing fan,
Cotto just
right?
got into the Hall
You
of
know what
Fame, and
you was on
everybody
back
shitted
then.
on him like he didn't deserve to be there.
Cotto's just making excuses to his loss to Margarito.
No,
Yeah, glove
Margarito beat his
cheating
ass,
is
bro.
impossible because of the
Bro, watch
commission.
that
Commission.
fight, bro. Watch
Don't y'all
that fight.
know?
He did what Fury. He was putting his weight on Cotto. He was catching. Nah, Margarito beat his ass, bro.
No, Margarito, he was shit.
No, he didn't. No, with Mosley he did, but which I've heard rumors, which I'm not gonna get into why he did that with Mosley because there was money bet on him, so that's why he was trying to get that. But like I said, he did beat Cotto head
Ah,
Wait,
fairly.
wait,
shit.
wait, wait, wait. You
Hey,
trying
No,
to
hey,
say that
hey,
Mosley didn't
oh no,
legitimately whoop
no,
Margarito's ass?
When did I say that, bro?
no.
Listen to what I'm
Because if
saying. I said that.
Margarito had all
No,
that
no,
power,
no.
he probably would have stopped
No,
Shane
he
Mosley.
lost. No, he lost against Mosley. Yeah, like I said, he was gonna cheat with Mosley. Yeah, that was like, yeah, that was legit. Like where because they were trying to say that he did that with Cotto, which nah, they're just trying to make excuses because he whooped
Also,
Cotto.
Margarito did the same thing to Kermit Cintron, and Kermit Cintron said pretty much said the same thing what Cotto exposed Margarito for. So if
Yeah,
Margarito had
the plaster
this
raps.
confidence,
Yeah, no, that was like I said with Mosley. That was not. That's just excuses, bro. They were trying to make because they were the biggest Puerto Rican stars at that time, and nah, that was excuses,
Ah,
bro.
no,
He
shit.
beat
because if
Cotto. He beat
because
Cotto's ass, bro.
because
I'm
if
like,
Margarito
bro,
was
our
that
man, he
good,
was.
then
Bro, our man,
Margarito
back
then
in the day, no
Margarito
one
didn't
cared
need
about
to cheat.
Margarito. Bro, he beat
If
Martinez's
Margarito if
ass.
Margarito was that good of a fighter, then why would he have to cheat against Shane Mosley?
Because there was money on him for it to win. So he was
No,
like, yeah,
no,
bro,
no,
I
no,
know the story. Bro,
no.
he beat Cotto's ass.
That's
He
not
beat
true
Kermit
So,
though.
so,
Cintron.
so what you trying to say, Paulo? You said them cartel boys was on Margarito head?
Man, I couldn't say too much, bro, but I've
Bro,
heard
fucking
rumors.
Yeah,
cheaters,
see,
bro.
I
Bro,
know,
Fucking
I know it
cheaters,
be going
man.
down. I know it should be going
Bro,
down,
Then,
like
man.
then
I
why
swear
did
to
he
God,
lose?
these
Why did he
Margarito
lose to Cotto the
dickheads.
second time?
because Cotto, bro. Remember? Did you see the Margarito versus Pacquiao fight? What he did to Margarito's eye? He was just targeting that target, and he was staying
Yeah,
off the
and Manny
ropes.
Pacquiao's not that big of a puncher, too. He just
Margarito
straight
wasn't
up
that
beat
big.
the shit out of like
Watch
dude,
the
it's
Paul
just too
Williams.
funny, man.
Nah, bro, you're just trying to make excuses because Cotto got
Bro,
what he
Pacquiao
did.
I
beat
don't
the shit
understand.
out of
First, you're
When
saying that the
Cotto
cartels,
rematched Margarito, he beat the shit out of fucking Margarito. Let that
like
make sense.
first you're
Yeah,
insinuating that the cartels are actively playing a role in boxing, but then when we talk about the politics and potential cheating and corrupt shit, like you just pointed out, all of a sudden we're just making excuses. Which one is it? Is boxing
no, no,
is
no,
boxing
no, no. Did
fucked
you
up
want to
or is
say,
boxing not fucked up?
bro?
Boxing
Listen. I said that
boxing
I've
is
heard
fucked
theories
up.
and rumors that Margarito when he went against Shane Mosley, what he was trying. But with Cotto, I said he didn't cheat with Cotto. He beat Cotto fair and square, bro. Like that's just excuses that they saw. Why did they make those excuses when that fight happened? Like while they were while they were saying that period, how come they didn't say that when he lost? He waited when the Mosley controversy came out. It's like, oh yeah, he used plasters against me and he beat me. Yeah, he cheated. Why didn't he say nothing when he beat him?
Because he didn't
Cotto,
know shit. You don't
shit.
expect
He
motherfuckers
didn't
to do some
know.
shit like that to
And
your
Yeah, that's
people
what
before
I'm
you
and,
saying,
and
know.
bro.
people and people were accusing Fury of being a glove cheat before he fought fucking Klitschko. People
But
people
and before
saw
he
people
fought
Yeah.
Wilder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Oh,
been said
also,
that, and
didn't
he also
Tyson Fury
cheated,
come out?
and he also cheated Christian Hammer. But it's just no one put on the gas, and no one
He
said that
cheated
people were
John
delusional
McDermott
until he
too.
did it to a black person.
Yeah, I've heard stories. Like I said, what did he do with Christian Hammer? I don't really know
With
about that
Christian
story. What did
Hammer,
Fury?
Christian. Okay, let me tell you. With Christian Hammer, in the very beginning of the fucking fight, Tyson Fury might be the only heavyweight in history to be introduced in the ring with one fucking glove on. The reason why is because initially, when they inspected his glove, the thumb was detached. I don't know if you know this, but earlier in boxing, especially like when Muhammad Ali used to be Cassius Clay, with boxing gloves, the thumb wasn't attached. Oftentimes, people would try to do this to be able to have their thumb free so they can poke people in the eye and disorient them. He was trying to compete with a glove that didn't have an attached thumb, and the referee stopped the fight, called his corner up, and said that he needs to be regloved. And there's in the fight is literally available on YouTube on Queensberry's Promotions YouTube page. If you don't believe me, Tyson Fury versus Christian Hammer, they show the entire sequence. Ever since that point, Klitschko and everybody else has been on his ass about gloves, and nobody gave a fuck. But when Wilder fans raise the same fucking concerns, all of a sudden it's, well, glove cheating is impossible, and y'all just making excuses.
Cheating doesn't happen in boxing.
Cause
And
the
then a whole
commission.
documentary, and then a whole documentary comes out about how fucking Tyson Fury's advisor is a fucking billionaire drug lord and
Yo,
Narco
gang
does he?
fucking
Yo,
terrorist.
does he have any
terrorist.
Does he have
That's
any
just
convictions?
crazy, bro.
Does he
Does he
have
have a
what?
Nobody
criminal
said
record?
anything about that though. That's crazy.
Yo,
Like
does he
they
have
Of
any
literally
course
criminal
sweep
not.
that under the
convictions?
rug.
They
Yo,
sweep
Does he
that
does he
under
have
have
the
any
any?
rug.
criminal convictions? Motherfucker, OJ wasn't convicted for murder. How do people feel about that shit?
He's a free
A
man,
lot of
man.
people-
He's
All right
innocent.
then. Michael
Crazy.
Jackson wasn't convicted for anything. How do people feel about that shit?
Oh,
Well,
you think Michael
hold up,
Jackson
D.
did
Michael
that?
Jackson
Hold
ain't
up.
do that stuff, man.
I
Come
don't think
on.
Michael Jackson.
Oh,
I don't think Michael Jackson did it either. But what's the public perception?
A lot of people
Hey,
thought
That
he
he
did.
didn't do.
exactly. A lot of garbage motherfuckers think that Michael Jackson did it. So you
Hey,
want to
we
talk
not
about?
gonna do that to the GOAT. No, we gonna take that back, man. Michael Jackson is the GOAT. I love Mike. He ain't do
I
that
didn't
shit.
say. I
I
didn't
know
say
you're
he
not
did
saying that, D,
anything.
but it's just like, man, I don't, man, you not, they not gonna do
Shit,
Mike
a lot
like
of
that,
people
man.
thought Michael Jordan was
Bro, they
gonna
already
be
did
great.
Mike like that. They've been shitting on him his entire fucking career. They like, they've already done him like that. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying you want to say, oh, well, he has no
But
convictions, even though he's banned in multiple countries and on the no-fly list. Osama bin Laden had no official convictions, but we see the shit he was up to.
and fucking the evidence is there for Daniel Kinahan. He got away and shot up. He's banned from the U.S. There's Polo. Did you watch that documentary? I did.
send it to me, bro. I'll watch it. I just never. I don't
I gotta
pay
find
attention.
it. I gotta find it.
It's
Yeah.
so crazy, bro. Like this guy had people whacked off in Spain. Like
What was
what
it
the
called?
fuck?
What was the
He
documentary
had a
called?
drive-by at a weigh-in.
Do
At a
y'all know what it was
weigh-in.
called? I forgot. It was called something in boxing.
Well,
It's called
Damn.
corrupt.
there's
It's
been
just corruption in
multiple.
boxing, I think, or whatever.
There's been
Damn.
multiple. Just look up Tyson Fury cheating on YouTube, and it's like the first thing that pops up. It's like a 40-minute fucking documentary. But even the BBC just came out with some new shit on Kinahan this year.
Damn, he
Talk
got
about
done
what?
like that. He was getting people what?
So he was at a boxing weigh-in, right? And some family, because he didn't killed like 10 of their fucking siblings. They came to the
Wait,
weigh-in
I was
dressed as like fucking security guards. These guys had AK-47s and ARs and shit. They started shooting up the weigh-in, and Daniel Kinahan, he ended up escaping by dressing up as a woman and escaping. I swear, this shit
the
sounds
fuck?
like a fucking movie. So when you say, "Oh,
wait. Is it
bro,"
called Paranormal Boxing in the Mob?
yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Yo, I thought
Polo.
you were gonna say
What's your Twitter? No, matter of
just send it
fact,
on
I'll just
the chat.
Just put
put
the
it in the
link in the
private
back
chat.
chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then
put
when
the
people
link
be
in the
like
back
Tyson
chat.
Fury cheated, I'm like, bro, Tyson Fury and water spiking, nigga, that is nothing compared to what this guy has done.
Man, where did that
Nothing.
rumor come that his trainer you believe that, huh? You
Hell
believe
yeah, I
that?
believe that shit.
Man,
Of course I believe that shit.
that's
Mark
I believe,
Breland.
bro. I
Mark Breland
believe
said that he never handled Wilder's water, and he's on video handling water. Why the fuck would
Yeah,
Mark Breland lie like that?
that's why I believe it, because this is
because of A.
why. Look,
Mark.
at first when Wilder first said that, I said, I don't know, man. That shit kind of sounded a little shaky, bro. And then when Mark Breland started doing interviews on the enemy's platform, it's not fucking saying he didn't fucking do it. Instead, blaming JD's and saying JD's he blind as a bat, can't find nothing. Pointing the finger at other people and saying Wilder doesn't jump rope. Instead of denying the fact, the things that you're accused of, it's just crazy, man. So it makes me believe that at first, like, okay, I didn't believe it fully, but now I believe, like, man, you have some animosity built up.
See, I think y'all believe it because y'all Wilder fans. I've never
Man,
had
you
a
can believe
high.
whatever.
Man,
I've never had a high opinion of Wilder, so I don't think Fury needed to cheat to beat him.
bro, I've seen a lot of
What the fuck are these dudes talking about? If you don't
Bro,
have
but
a
what the
Midwest.
fuck are y'all talking about?
Midwest.
You
Did you see that?
don't have to have a high opinion of someone's
Yeah, like
boxing
you don't have
ability
to.
to understand that there may have been foul play. For example, Oshaki Foster is relatively unproven at super feather. However, there were definitely issues with the skin gloves when he fought Rahman, which is why the referee made him change. And another more egregious example, Michael Fox and Mastre. There was blatant corruption there, and I'm not going to
I
say
was at that fight. I was at
Me
yeah,
that fight,
too.
man. I remember.
yeah,
Me
Michael
too.
Fox.
Michael Fox about
I
it.
don't rate Michael Fox particularly highly in I think when he fights at 154 or whatever. I don't think that he's gonna be some superstar talent with all due respect, but that doesn't mean that I can't say that the man was done wrong.
Yeah,
That
but
thing. I
you
remember
acting like
like
that's
we
the
got
same situation. Y'all saying Fury had to have faulty
I
gloves,
mean,
then
it
he had
is
to
the
have
same
egg weights in the
situation, damn
gloves,
near.
then he
That
had the drunk Wilder.
look,
I
hold on,
don't
hold on,
think
hold
you
on,
need to
hold on,
do all
Hakeem,
that to
hold on,
be
Hakeem.
Wilder.
dude.
I never said that he had egg weights or that
Hold on,
Fury
hold on, hold on, hold
personally
on.
drug the
Man, and
water.
then apparently they put a Rucho on Wilder.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. It is the same thing, damn near, because the commission allowed the guy to go into the ring with skin fucking gloves. And yes, skin fucking gloves where he's able to damn near have his whole fucking fist hitting his opponent. And then they asked him who signed off on these. And nobody in the commission said anything. Nobody said, oh, well, I signed off on it. Nobody said anything, bro. They're attempting to harm this dude. I'm telling you right now, if his coach did not say anything, that dude would have probably knocked out Fox and nobody would even question it because that was on a lower scale. Now, imagine something on a higher scale where the motive is just it's just right there in your face. Think about it. They're already telling you the price tag of what would happen if Fury got Wilder out of the way or Wilder got out of the way. You're looking at millions, mega millions in fucking Saudi Arabia. You're telling me a fucking billionaire, a drug lord, won't put things in position to get Wilder out of there?
Hey, Akeem,
Yo, can I say something?
have
So
you
you think they
Yeah.
paid Mark
have you seen that
and Biggie
documentary
to
that I
cheat
just put in the back chat?
and cheat out? So you think
Nah,
they
I ain't
did?
never seen it.
You
Hey,
need to watch
Arman,
it.
do you think they got paid out to cheat Wilder? Like they were in it too? Like they? You think is that what you think, bro?
Dude,
Keep it 100.
Polo, keep it
Yeah, I'm
100.
here, bro.
Keep it 100. When Mega Millions is evolved, do you think everything's going to be on the up and up?
What do you mean?
Uh,
Like everything's gonna be perfect, or everything is?
Do you think when $100 million is involved, do you feel like everybody's going to do square business?
Nah, bro. I'm not. It's how life works, bro.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Come
What
on, man.
In
comparison
my
is this?
opinion, but like I said, like I mean, like I said, like, some of those excuses, like I'm not saying excuses, but some of those things are actually legit. Like I don't believe the water, but the glove tampering, like at first I believed
So
it.
so
well,
does
water.
water tampering happen in boxing?
Not that we've when has there ever been a case like I mean, nah, maybe in like in the foreign
Uh,
countries,
there's
yeah, but
been
not in
plenty
the
of cases.
There's been plenty of
maybe.
cases of people accusing Tyson Fury of actually food poisoning it.
Yeah.
You know that, right? That's the crazy part about it because it's not like Wilder's the first person to say it. There's multiple people who said yes. Fighting Tyson Fury, I ate some food. Next thing you know it, I'm feeling funny. I'm not feeling good. I mean, dude, come on, man. There's farmers telling us that there's goons that came up to the crib and basically told him to retract his statement.
Yeah,
Like
Mark.
that's some mafia shit right there. What are you
Yeah,
talking, man? Like, bro, we know
yo,
this game. We
yo.
come on. We
Speaking
live in
of
America, bro. We know how that
right,
shit goes.
man, I'm Mexican, bro. You know, I know how shit goes,
Yeah,
bro.
and you Mexican, so you know how that shit go.
Did you hear that they might actually do Reese versus Wilder in Vegas, bro?
Man,
Your boy Andy Ruiz is gonna get killed. So
We can bet money, bro. Like I said, bro. I don't. Your boy
shit, I'll
Carlos
bet money
Negron was
to
gonna
see
get
Wilder
killed.
beat the shit out of Andy Ruiz. Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, I wanted to see Frank Sanchez spin what's his name, but he got COVID. So yeah, but we'll see what happens.
But you really think Andy Ruiz beats Wilder?
Y'all really like Frank Sanchez?
he
Fuck no,
decent.
You
he
know,
don't beat fucking Wilder. Andrew Ruiz will get knocked the fuck out.
Andy Ruiz is gonna get beat the fuck up like a fat
If
ass.
old
Like,
ass Areola put him on his ass, what you think Deontay Wilder's gonna do to him?
no, did you
Deontay
hear what I
Wilder's
just
gonna
said? I said Fury.
Falcon the
I
shit
said
out of
Fury.
him.
Oh, Fury?
Yeah, I
Nigga,
said, bro, man, I don't know about that Wilder fight. Like I said, that's a 50-50 fight, bro.
Hell no.
nah.
I don't
He
know.
would have
That's
fought
what
him.
like.
If Andrew Ruiz thought he could have
I
beat him
think
earlier, he
Fury
would
is
have
skilled
fought him.
enough to keep Andy Ruiz on the outside of his jab.
Fury's
What do
got
you
that
think of
size
Reese
too.
versus Wilder? Midwest.
I think Andy Ruiz gets like probably knocked out.
Late.
Nah,
Early.
probably like first 4
Early.
rounds.
Bro, you know what I just think of? I just think of like the punch that that Wilder hit Fury with, the one where you seen the ripples go down the spine. I just think about any other heavyweight getting hit with that.
Ooh, not only
Yeah,
is
they're
that
gonna just
ripple gonna
Wait,
go down their spine,
why
immediately.
don't
it's
you
gonna
like
knock
Frank
them out.
Sanchez, Midwest?
They're gonna die from
Yeah.
that.
Oh, he boring to me.
That Afro-Cuban disrespect.
Yeah, they all
Afro-Cuban.
boring to me. I ain't gonna lie.
They
Frank
always say
Sanchez.
that.
Nah, Frank
Mhm.
Sanchez is a beast, bro. You're sleeping.
Yeah, you talking about he's boring. I'm like, how? What did you do
I,
that's
I mean, I ain't saying
boring?
he not
Oh
skilled. He
wait,
just
but you
boring.
call
Oh
him
yeah,
yeah,
Midwest. I'm
because
on
he was
you,
boring.
bro. You had him losing against a Jabba, bro. What happened,
You
man?
thought Ajagba was gonna beat Frank
A
Sanchez?
Jogba,
Yep, he did.
He's
a
fucking
Jogba,
Oh,
garbage.
Yeah.
skill.
bro.
Ajagba is trash.
A
He's not
Jogba
trash, but he's
Ajagba
not
is
Frank
Dollar
Sanchez,
Tree Wilder,
is
bro.
bro. He's
buns.
not
Diet
trash, but he's just
Wilder.
A Jogba
he's
Diet,
is
not
not
Frank.
Dollar Tree.
buns.
Nah,
But
but
what does
when
Frank Sanchez do that's not entertaining? Like, is it because he doesn't one punch sleep people?
nah,
No, it's
because
just
he
his
move a
whole
lot.
style is boring.
I ain't gonna lie, I
I mean,
did
I'm not gonna
fall
lie, bro.
asleep
It is,
during that Frank
He'll
Sanchez
but
fight.
he
probably
got
beat your boy
skill.
AJ ass.
He'll
No,
get
I
on
don't know.
AJ. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I
Ooh.
don't think so. Like he
Nah,
boring to me. Like it is not even just him. I think Fury's boring too.
Yo, Frank Sanchez versus Wilder.
that's a more 50-50 type situation.
Nah, bro.
That
If
fight is
Wilder and
boring.
Reese, bro, if Wilder and Reese ever gets made, bro, let's make bets, bro. Since you guys back, I'm telling you, he's not gonna knock him out. It's gonna be a 50-50 fight. I'm telling you,
He's
he's
gonna get
gonna,
You
knocked the fuck
you
out.
think that
bro.
The first
Ruiz and Wilder's gonna be
punch that
competitive?
Wilder lands that hurts
Yeah,
Andy
bro,
Ruiz, Andy
bro. Like
Ruiz
I
is gonna
said,
get
Dude,
bro,
slept.
Andy Ruiz is gonna get
Areola dropped him with one punch, bruh.
I don't
bro.
see Wilder fighting again.
He's
Oh, you
Deontay
think he's
retired.
Wilder's
finished?
coming back.
Yeah, I think he just might retire.
Well,
There's no reason to.
Wilder hasn't said that publicly, but it just depends on what he's doing. He hasn't said if he's like coming back definitively or not. Like he said that at first he said he wasn't done, then he said he was contemplating retirement. I hope he gets some more action, but like I said, the sport doesn't deserve him because he's not appreciated. And honestly, the sport deserves motherfuckers like Frank Sanchez because y'all talk all kinds of shit about how boxing ability and Wilder is just one right hand. Okay, well then have all the
Facts.
boxing ability. I have all the boxing ability y'all want and watch a bunch of 12 rounders and go to fucking sleep because y'all talk too much shit and the man quit because y'all didn't appreciate him.
They're
So
gonna be
go
like,
ahead.
man, where's Wilder?
At
Man,
least
where's
Wilder
George
got
Wilder back?
KO'd. Fucking AJ over here getting beat the fuck up by cruiserweights and motherfuckers who eat tacos in the waiting room and shit. So like coming down eating pizza and all that shit.
Yo, keep it 100 though. Joshua does got a better resume than Wilder though, bro. You gotta admit
Gives
it.
a fuck.
You
They
can,
need to.
bro.
No,
Yes,
Who cares?
Midwest,
and
tell
the
him provoke
no,
him.
and the reason why that is
They
because
know. They
Wilder.
know this.
Bro,
No,
that's the
Wilder
only
fought
thing.
Fury. Wilder fought Fury 3 times. AJ won't have a
Yeah,
better resume until he fights Fury once.
bro. I don't know
No,
about that, man.
no,
Like I
no.
said, bro.
He
I
will.
don't know
He already has a better one.
who
Fury
Molina
I'm
and
gonna take it
Ortiz.
even
Fury and
further.
Ortiz.
Dillian White has a better resume.
provoking
Nope.
is better than
No.
Ortiz.
Get out of here,
Nope.
bro.
Bro,
Come on, man.
Until these
Dillian
people
White.
fight Tyson Fury, they do not have a better resume than Deontay Wilder, or until they
Facts.
beat fucking Ortiz. These are just
Yeah,
the
So
facts,
when
facts.
did
bro.
we start
nah, bro.
counting
Ortiz didn't
losses
want
as
to
a good
fight.
resume?
Bro, Ortiz didn't want to fight
Bro,
Joshua.
you're
That was
counting
the
you're
reason.
counting Dillian White's losses on his fucking resume.
No, I'm not. I'm counting his wins. When did we start counting
What? Because he got
losses as a
wins
good
over
resume?
fucking Hellenius and Parker.
Povetkin, Revis.
Povetkin after getting brutally one punch slaughtered, and
Just
Oscar
a
Rivas,
Revis.
Oscar Rivas, the
old
Bridgerweight champ.
Povetkin with COVID.
No,
We
Povetkin
still
was
beat him.
actually, bro. Listen,
No,
wasn't Ortiz
AJ's
supposed to
only
fight
marquee
Joshua?
win is an old ass Klitschko that got knocked out by 3 bombs, decision by Tyson Fury, and was damn near 40 years fucking old. He was
Facts.
and he was the same age as Luis Ortiz. And
Bro,
these
who did
people
he
didn't
get
want to fight
knocked
Luis
out, bro?
Ortiz.
Who did he get knocked out
Who
by?
didn't want to fight him? I hate when y'all say that, but never name who didn't want to fight him. Who
AJ,
ducked Ortiz? Nobody ducked him.
AJ
Dillian
You know what's
White.
crazy?
Nah, bro,
The
he
only
didn't duck
reason that
Ortiz.
rumor got started,
Ortiz was
the only
supposed to fight
reason that rumor
Joshua
got started
after
about
Bailey.
Ortiz getting ducked is because Wilder didn't want to fight him. That's the only reason that rumor got started.
No,
Nobody
I'm
ducked
talking.
Ortiz.
I'm talking. No, this happened. The ducking also happened after Wilder had fought him twice because Dillian White had the option to not fight fucking Povetkin, and it was sort of like the same situation where Andy Ruiz was trying to figure out if he wanted to fight fucking Charles Martin or Luis Ortiz, and these motherfuckers ended up fighting each other.
Yo, but Ortiz was supposed to fight Joshua though. He turned the offer down, and don't forget when Big Baby tested. That's when Reese came, and it was Reese Ortiz, and Reese took the opportunity. Ortiz didn't. Remember that Midwest?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who ducked him?
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
Nobody
Ortiz
ducked this
got skills,
motherfucker.
but nah, he's not that. I
I
mean,
just
he's
I
a
just
hard
named Dillian
challenge.
White.
Dylan White didn't duck him. Dylan White said we can fight in the UK. Ortiz said, "Nah, I'm gonna fight on Wilder's undercard." How is that
I'm
a
a fight
duck?
on Tank's
No, I'm
card.
talking.
No,
I'm talking about during the fucking Povetkin situation when it was a situation where I think this was when he was the interim before he fought Povetkin. There was a situation where Povetkin was talking about how he wasn't ready for this and that, and White and Ortiz could have been the fucking fill-in
So how does that mean he ducked him?
because you had the
Ortiz offered him a fight. Was
You
like
had the
there was
option.
talks of the
No,
fight.
he was
Yeah.
offering. No, he was offering to be a fill-in because Povetkin was having fucking issues. It wasn't with COVID. It was with something else. And he offered to fill in, and White was like, "Nah, I'd rather just sit back and wait on fucking old ass Povetkin because it's the easier fight."
yo,
That's not a duck.
Ortiz didn't want to fight Joe Joyce. He said, "I'm gonna fight on Tank's undercard," and he was supposed to fight Joe Joyce, and he said, "I'm gonna fight," and he ended up fighting Joe. He fought Charles
Like
Martin.
that's always my question. They always like he was heavily ducked. Nobody ducked him. He was supposed to fight Klitschko. He failed the drug test and got kicked out of boxing. He was
got
supposed
kicked
to
out of
fight
Matchroom.
AJ. He decided not to fight AJ. He decided I'm gonna fight Wilder.
And
He was supposed to fight Ortiz.
I named White, and I didn't name Joyce.
Yeah. He was supposed to fight fucking
No, that's what
White.
most
White
people
said,
say,
"We
though,
fight
bro.
the UK. We can headline the UK." He said, "No, I'm gonna fight on Wilder's undercard." He was supposed to fight fucking. He was supposed to fight a lot of people. He's never beat anyone, so I never see why everybody was so high on him. His best
Yeah,
win
who
is
did he
Brandon Jennings.
No, it's Malik Scott, bro.
That
No,
was
it's definitely Brian Jennings. But again, people are giving AJ and Fury credit for Klitschko that got stopped by 3 bums.
Who
So
stopped, bro?
like,
Who are the 3 bums? Last time I checked, he only lost 2 in the beginning, and then he went on a tear. Like he didn't lose. Who stopped?
he went
him,
on
bro?
a tear. He went on a tear. Okay, so what's his name?
Name him.
Brewster, Saunders, and let me look up the third one.
Yeah,
I know
and then
Brewster,
Tyson Fury
Saunders.
beat him.
Let me see. Yeah, Brewster, Corey Saunders, and then fucking Ross Purity. Yeah, I forgot those fucking 3. And then you're giving them credit for an undefeated streak, but let's look at some of the names: Williamson, Castillo,
David
Peter,
David
Brock,
Hyde.
Austin,
Peter's
David Hyde's not a
Ibrahimov,
big win.
Thompson. The most notable name on that tear is fucking Rodman, Hay, and then fucking Povetkin, Pulev. Dudes who have aged fucking horribly in the sport of boxing. So you're giving them credit for this tear, and y'all don't even know most of the fucking names here, except Rodman, Hay, and fucking Povetkin and Pulev.
He
And
fought
fucking
the Cuban dude. No, he fought that one
Marius
Cuban
Sabah?
dude. He fought that one Tanir Solis.
Wait, which dude?
The Cuban. I mean, he was a good amateur. I don't know in the professionals what ended up happening, but that was supposed to be.
It was the only Cuban. The only other Cuban was Castillo.
No, it was Solis. He was supposed to be like the Frank Sanchez of that era, and it aged badly.
Okay, well, yeah. Again, he got stopped by 3 bums, and he went on this tear of people that a lot of y'all really don't even know, and and the ones that are notable, they've aged terribly. So you want to talk about who's high on people?
Yo, I did. Did you guys ever see that video where David Hay put the hands on Wilder, bro? That sparring.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he did. Bro. I've never seen the like. They don't. There's only 10 seconds, but there was a video that was longer than he put the hands on Wilder, bro.
No, we didn't.
I mean,
Bro.
so did Hergovic,
I mean,
but what are we saying
but-
about that? It's fucking sparring.
I mean, but David Hay is like a great cruiserweight and shit like that. So that's why like I don't really never
Also,
discredit
Hay
for it.
wasn't even going like that hard on Wilder either. They were just getting ready.
But
Didn't Wilder
using
spar
Wilder for the
Klitschko?
Klitschko fight.
Didn't Wilder?
Yeah,
Yeah, he got
Klitschko
knocked
too?
out.
He
Yeah, I
fucked
heard
it,
about
but Hergovic got some decent shots off on Wilder as well. What does that translate to in the pros? It doesn't necessarily translate to anything. Again, I always tell people, Sean Porter beat up Usyk in the amateurs. How do y'all think that will play out in the fucking pros? Like, come on.
Yeah,
But ain't that the whole thing
mean,
about Gary
sparring
Antoine
league doesn't
Russell?
mean anything.
Oh, he beat Boots 3 times in the amateurs.
And I don't think that fight will go the same way in the pros.
I don't think
That's-
he could beat them top 140 dudes yet.
I think Jerron.
I think he beats up a lot of 140 guys, but I don't think he beats
Who?
Jaron Ennis in the pros.
Who?
I think Antoine Russell beats Josh Taylor, Regis
No,
Prograis.
he
I don't
doesn't,
think
bro.
not
No, he
right
hasn't
now.
even fought a solid opponent.
Bro,
Y'all
he's
be.
not even
This is
ranked
what
than
like.
anybody. He's
This
not
is
even
why y'all
ranked
be
than
getting
Bruh,
When
mad
dudes
with
don't want to get in there
Kambosos,
with you, what do you
y'all.
expect when these dudes don't want to fight?
Y'all be so hyped. Y'all be so hyped on dudes who ain't did shit yet, and that's why when
bro,
they get in there with top competition, they get fucking
these
slashed. Like,
Like
and
who?
guys, keep in mind, these dudes
Name
are
one of
still
those
fucking high on
guys.
Lomachenko. These guys are still
Facts.
high
I
on
was just gonna say
Lomachenko after
Loma.
we just saw this motherfucker get beat up twice in his first fucking 20 fights, and y'all still, oh, well, he's still good. We
Man,
still
he's
high
a
on him. He
bro,
could do all
but you
kinds of
gotta
stuff.
I
Yeah,
mean, like I
Lomachenko,
said,
he's
bro,
trash.
He
no,
lost
he's
to
not
a
trash, bro.
12L beer stealing fucking Uber
Nah,
driver,
fuck
bro. And
Lomachenko.
y'all still give him respect.
I mean, bro, he does got the best resume at 135. He's not
See,
trash,
look
bro.
at the bullshit.
He
Look at the
does
bullshit.
not
He
have
lost to
No, no,
Lomachenko.
but you
garbage.
gotta
Just like Klitschko lost to garbage. This is what I'm
no,
Hey,
talking
but that,
when
about.
y'all say, hey, hold on, quick question. When you guys say resume, right? Do you guys feel like, oh, with this resume, with these opponents, that guys like Devin Haney or whatever couldn't beat the guys that Lomachenko beat?
ugh, I
Are
don't
you guys
understand what you
saying
mean.
like, okay, because this he has a stacked resume, he's proven, and nobody else can beat the guys that he beat?
I think
Now,
the
when
Or
I
is
hardest
just
bring
fight
that
up
he would
style is
have,
resume,
the
no
hardest
good?
fight he would have would be Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion. If they were to fight, I think Haney,
No,
bro, he's
Dude,
not gonna,
no.
bro, you're
So
judging,
come, bro.
bro,
Tiafimo
the
gets folded by Tank and Haney, bro.
bro,
Fuck out of here,
no,
bro.
he was, no,
Tank
he wouldn't,
was
bro.
so
No, he
Tank
what?
was
So
wouldn't.
what you trying to say?
sleeping.
George Kambosos is some Greek god? He's 300.
No, he's
Exactly.
not.
Exactly, bro.
yeah, I don't know
Midwest,
what y'all talking about. But when I
Midwest,
say,
you just talked
huh?
about treating certain fighters differently than other fighters, and here y'all doing it. Y'all talking about resume, and y'all talking about y'all. Oh, the people haven't even fought nobody. Y'all high on them. Y'all have seen these motherfuckers lose to absolutely nobody, and y'all still give them all the world class respect in the goddamn world over
But let's
fucking
put it
resume,
like this.
acting
Let's
like
put
they
it
haven't
like
been beat
this.
before.
Who are we high on?
Why are y'all high? If that
Lomachenko,
was the case,
Vladimir
then at
Klitschko. I
welterweight,
went through Vladimir
hold up,
Klitschko's resume, and y'all was on hush mode because y'all
and
didn't
at
know most of those
welterweight,
motherfuckers.
Bud
Klitschko is a
hasn't.
legend. Klitschko is a
At
fucking legend,
listen,
bro.
listen,
Yeah, he
listen,
is
We
a
can
listen,
do that
legend.
with
listen,
Tyson
listen,
too.
listen,
You
For
can do that with
what?
any.
He's a legend,
You can do
bro.
it
listen.
with Tyson.
Hey,
Motherfucker
hey,
lost
hey,
to
hey,
what's
Midwest,
up?
Midwest. So, by that logic, why are we so high on Bud at welterweight? He's fought who? Sean Porter,
Because
Kell
that's not the
Brook.
only division he's fought in.
No, just
Yeah,
that welterweight.
he's a
Just
three-time
that
division.
welterweight. No,
No, look at the resume.
if you
Fuck
see,
the
look at the
divisions. Look at
resume
that
at
resume.
welterweight. This is
Look at
what
the
y'all are
resume.
talking about. Resumes. Look at the
I
resume
know,
at
but why would I
welterweight.
limit his resume to one division?
Because I'm talking about
No, no,
one
no. Look at the
division.
resume in
Look at the
total. Look at the
resume.
resume in total. Look, fuck the
The
divisions.
resume
Look at
in
the
total.
entire resume.
All right, Felix Diaz, good win.
George Gorky's Gamboa, Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns, great win.
Ricky
Yep.
Burns is a great
Come
win.
on.
Oh,
Okay.
Three-time
fuck.
division
Oh,
champion, bro. Three-time.
oh my
Felix
God.
Diaz.
Ricky Burns.
Ndongo,
Oh my
good
God.
win.
Comes to warm me up.
And
Postal,
Dongo.
good win. Yeah, y'all hate to bring up that Postal one because he ran Danny Garcia out the division.
No,
Danny
Postal is a
But
good
Garcia has a
win.
better resume
that's what
Postal
than
y'all
is
high
Bud
the
on.
does.
single
So
best win.
That's what y'all high on.
No,
Based
Danny
on what?
Garcia's resume is
Postal is the
better
single
than
fucking
Bud's
best
at
win.
140. So
Based on what?
based on who he fought.
Postal being his best win, or the resume question?
The resume.
Again, what we're rating it off of is what those people have done. And I understand you talked about belts and all that stuff, but what is Ricky known? What is Ricky Burns known for aside from losing to fucking Crawford?
Bro, he's a three-time division champion.
He's a
Like,
three
No,
division champion, bro.
and like,
so
look at his resume.
against who?
Bro, look,
So it doesn't matter.
nah, Ricky
Yeah, it
Burns,
matters.
bro, he
So it
went
doesn't
to.
matter.
Well,
Because if that's the
Something
case,
Danny
then
that
Garcia
Wilder
was a
deserves all the
two-division
fucking respect in the
unified
world.
champion, but all after Earl Spence beat him, he was a fucking bum.
If
He was a
holding down a
nobody.
belt, if holding down a belt is all that matters and competition is irrelevant, the fuck we talking about resume for? Why the fuck are we on
No,
this?
I
what are you
mean,
I'm gonna
talking
say
about?
this:
Ooh,
resumes
what?
don't win
some
fights.
some of the all-time greats like lost to bums that
I'm
That
saying,
is my
we're,
point. He talking about, oh man, well he lost the bump.
Yeah,
So did fucking Tyson. I mean Mike Tyson.
yep, he lost
okay,
So
to
did Mike
but
Bump.
you
Tyson.
guys
So did
you guys are
Zatuda.
saying that belts because when we talk about
So did
Crawford, you guys are saying
Chavez.
that belt that it doesn't matter. They were three division champion. They held down a belt against some people. Resumes are irrelevant. So if that's the case, Wilder was holding down a belt. Why are we even discussing resumes? He has a belt. He's great already, right?
No, he was a good champion. But he doesn't have a good.
Was
Like,
I
Wilding
don't
three
understand.
division champion?
That's what's scary.
I don't. Well,
I'm
he's a
trying to
heavy.
figure out what the 3 divisions he been a champion.
He's
in.
a heavyweight. Where's he gonna go? You said Klitschko is a legend, and it's like for what?
Yeah, look at all his title defenses.
Wow, there's title defenses.
Not as
But
many as
again,
Klitschko.
too,
Did he dominate the division like Klitschko? Hell no. Did
Nope.
he unify like Klitschko?
He
Hell no. So what the fuck are we
only
comparing
lost
for?
to the
He
number
lost-
one guy. Klitschko lost to guys that we're not even talking about today.
That's
Exactly.
because Klitschko fought everybody. The motherfucker ducked Dylan White for 3 years.
Klitschko fought everyone again. The
does
who's who
Dylan
of
White?
who? When I was going through the resume, you guys were on hush mode. Y'all don't even
Who
remember
did he
these fucking
fight?
people.
That's the
Yeah,
better
we know he
question.
did. We know
Since- Who didn't he fight? He fought everybody in the division
yeah,
except his
that is
brother.
facts though. He did fight everybody that was coming up, and everybody that was in line.
Except his brother. That is the only motherfucker he
Yeah.
didn't fight.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't
great.
fault him.
You
You can't fault him because of what's out there. Like that's my thing. His division, like his era, wasn't full of greats. I can admit to that, but he still fought them all. Wilder's division, era, wasn't full of greats. If he would have fought them all, I can give him that credit. Hey, they wasn't great, but he still fought them motherfuckers. You can't fault the motherfucker because who's in his weight class.
Well, if
Like,
he
who was
retires,
Fight that man.
if he retires, you'll have an actual point. But until that time, we can't say anything. But my point is, you were talking about so are we grading off of people having belts, people going up in weight? Like, what are we grading on? Because I mentioned Ricky Burns. You couldn't tell me anybody notably beaten. You were saying because he was holding some belts down, and resume don't matter.
He's a
if you move up
three-division champion. Like my thing is, if you beat
So
somebody
do
with different
resumes matter or
accomplishments-
do they not? Do resumes matter or do they not? It's one or the
It
other.
depends on what you're talking about. When I
No.
use
Resumes either
it's
matter or they
mainly-
don't.
They do matter.
Okay,
When I
then.
use
Okay,
resumes,
then.
it's because I'm trying to measure two fighters against each other. Okay, what have they done? Who have they fought? How would they compete against each other? It's like I can't agree with you that Gary Antoine Russell beats Josh Taylor when he hasn't done a fucking thing.
But guess what?
Neither did
Yeah, that's
Kambosos
true.
or
Hold
any
up,
of the.
hold up. Resumes don't win fights.
But,
That's
bro,
why
he
you have
fought-
to see these fights.
But the thing
Neither do antidotes.
is, you're saying resumes matter, and when we talk about people like Ricky Burns, you cannot give me anything else aside from he lost to Crawford.
I never said resumes don't matter.
Okay, then. So as far as Ricky Burns goes, what is he known for aside of losing to fucking Crawford on the resume
He's a
side?
3-division champion.
No, who against who? Against who? Against who?
Hey, man, he's a 3-division champion. That's not an easy
This
test.
is what I mean. Resumes matter in one sentence, and then resumes don't matter in the next sentence. That
All
I
right,
can't
this is
do
my
that.
question. This is my question. All right, since resumes don't matter, was Maidana beating Adrian Broner a good win for him? Since he didn't
No.
beat nobody.
I'm saying resume is the only thing that matters. You're the one saying that
did
resume
Adrian
matters
Broner
here,
beat?
but then it doesn't matter here.
I would
Who
have
did?
said who did Adrian Broner beat?
Wasn't Adrian Broner supposed to fight Ricky Burns, but he didn't want to go to the UK?
He ducked him.
Somebody-
He ducked him.
Bro, and you know what's funny? This dude that was
Fuck
on
outta
Arnold show
here,
one
man.
time.
Get
Wait,
the
so you're
fuck
saying
outta
Adrian
here.
Broner ducked who now?
Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns.
Get the fuck out of here.
Adrian
man.
Broner ducked Ricky Burns because he didn't want to get. So by that logic, didn't AJ duck Wilder by rejecting the $50 million offer?
There was no
I remember
offer.
one time.
There
I remember
was
one
an offer,
time.
and then what was AJ turning down?
There's AJ's
There was
on
no offer.
video saying
Okay,
no.
let me
AJ's on
post the link.
Okay.
Let me post the link in the back chat. Let me post the link in the back chat.
Midwest.
You're gonna post that
Midwest,
link,
remember?
right, D?
Midwest.
Yeah, I'm gonna
AJ
put it in the
said-
back chat.
Okay, cool,
Yo,
cool,
Midwest.
cool.
Midwest.
Yeah. Don't interrupt. I got it.
Yeah, who calling me? Yeah, what's up?
Me, it's Polo. Yeah, remember when Crawford was ducking Broner apparently?
Right, you motherfucker talking about, oh yeah, Terrence Crawford ducked Broner 4 times. Bro, get off the chat. Go ahead and exit the chat, bro. The motherfuckers was in the, division with each other for 2 fights. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Crawford ducked Broner apparently.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm never going to say a prospect can be the champion when he hasn't proven shit.
Yeah, he
Dude
hasn't
hasn't
fought a
fought a
top
top
20.
20.
He has talent.
He hasn't
though.
fought a top
Uh,
20.
He'll be a
contender.
world champion, but
I don't think
he beats Josh
prospects
Taylor.
exist in boxing.
So basically,
Right, yeah.
upsets are pretty much
Prospects don't
impossible.
exist.
Yeah, but that don't mean I'm gonna bank on it. I'm not gonna bank on the upset because I like the way the motherfucking look against bums.
Give me one second. I'm getting the link right now.
So by that logic, Crawford won't beat Spence.
Crawford beat Spence.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Why?
Like
No, the
literally,
fuck he
resume.
doesn't.
He knocked out Sean Porter.
Accolades.
Yeah, let me see. Let's just
Accolades.
Crawford
nigga,
him.
Accolades.
Accolades, yeah, facts,
He-
card. Accolades.
Knocked out Sean
Bud
Porter.
got pound
Spence
for
went
pound
12
hands,
rounds for
pound for
Sean
pound
Porter.
feet.
Pound for pound, pound
Guess
for pound
what?
body.
Guess what?
Body
Who
shape.
was the better? Who fought the better version of Sean Porter? Who fought the better
He was
version of Kell
sponsored
Brook?
on
Neither. Kell Brook.
Kell Brook. Oh
Kell
yeah,
Brook
Kell
fought the
Brook.
better version.
Yeah, he. That's facts.
Who fought the better version of Sean Porter and Kell Brook? Earl
Kell
Spence
Brook.
or Bud Crawford?
Kell Brook.
They fought the same Sean Porter.
So that means that Sean Porter.
They
That
did
means
not
that
fight
Terrence
the
Crawford
same
probably
Sean
fought the
Porter.
worst
One,
version
Sean
of Sean
Porter
Yeah,
had
he
a
Porter.
did.
belt when Earl Spence fought him. Two, Sean Porter was on his way out of retirement.
He said he was going to retire before the Spence fight too. He said he was thinking about it. So they fought the same Sean Porter.
No, they didn't.
How I don't
He
understand.
did.
So how
No,
is
they
it, so
did
the
not.
Kell Brook broke Sean Porter permanently, and the one that fought Spence versus Bud, that was the exact same Sean Porter.
What are you talking about?
Because you're
Who
saying
said
that they
that?
fought. You just said that. You said that Kell Brook fought the absolute best version, and the one that EJ and Crawford both got are the same exact person, even though they were slightly worse from the Kell Brook beating. The Kell Brook beating is really what did it.
I didn't
No,
say
he fought
he
Keith. He fought.
deteriorated. I didn't say
What
he
Kell
version?
Brook
deteriorated since the
ducked
fucking
Earl
Kell Brook fight.
Spence. Kell Brook was ducking Earl Spence as well. Eddie Hearn told him to move up and fight Lucky.
No, how would you
Didn't
duck
know-
him? But he ended up fighting him, and he gave him a good ass fight. Spence won.
Eddie Hearn told him to move
first
up
I would have
to
to agree.
154
I would have to agree.
instead of fighting
I
Earl
would have to
Spence.
agree.
No, 160.
Yeah, I would have to agree to that.
Like only Eddie Hearn told nobody wanted him to go up and fight Bum Lupkin for what?
Well, you gotta remember, Billy Joe Saunders. Chris Eubanks was supposed to fight him, and they had the fight they scheduled.
I know.
And Eubanks pulled out of the fight,
But
so he's like, "Hey, Kell Brook, you want to go make some quick money?"
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You making quick money, but at what cost? You ruin like that. That don't make no sense to me. That pisses me off because it's just like people will say that about Earl, but didn't nobody tell Kell Brook to go up and fight Bum Lupkin for some quick money?
Bigger payday.
It's not Earl's fault that he didn't. You know.
No, it's not. I don't blame Earl's resume on Earl and shit like that. It's not his fault he didn't get them dudes the times he wanted him. I believe he wanted Kell Brook before he fought GGG.
Yeah,
I believe he would have fought an undefeated Sean Porter. I believe he would have fought an undefeated Keith Thurman.
He would have. He had the whole division shook. He was on that. He was on that knockout streak. Them dudes did not want to fight him. They
I
were
don't know
ducking
about
for
that.
years.
See, my thing is, I'm gonna stick to it because this is what y'all say. If Terrence Crawford didn't duck Earl Spence, if Earl Spence is not ducking Terrence Crawford, then Keith Thurman didn't duck Earl Spence.
Who did Keith Thurman fight instead of? He fought Pacquiao, right?
Nah, he fought Danny Garcia.
Yeah, he fought Danny Garcia. Then went on a 2-year layoff because of that.
Did Danny Garcia have a strap at that time?
Yeah, he did. He had the WBC champion, bro.
Danny Garcia had the strap.
Yeah, Danny Garcia beat Robert Guerrero for the vacant, and then he fought.
Robert Guerrero. Let's add that.
Yeah. Then he defended against Vargas. Then he fought. What's his name? Keith Thurman to unify. Apparently, Keith Thurman was eventually trying to fight Mayweather before he retired.
He was.
Yeah, that would have been a good ass fight. That prime Keith Thurman.
No way, he would get his ass smoked.
You think so?
Yeah, we got smoked badly.
What, Keith Thurman?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that fight would have been. I don't think it would have been competitive.
You have a question.
But,
when Mayweather was
that
around,
Floyd Mayweather smokes all these motherfuckers, bro.
Yo, what y'all think about Conor Ben and Virgil Ortiz ducking amnesia?
That shit's funny as fuck.
I've heard.
Did y'all see this tweet talking about this dude still hasn't posted no source, but he's talking about she's talking about Boots' manager is saying that they're trying to wait Crawford out or something like that, but he ain't posted no source yet.
Yeah, especially when Boots is literally on multiple interviews saying, "I will happily fight Spencer Crawford at any point."
At any point.
And he said he'll fight Virgil. He's been saying that he'll fight Virgil.
He said he already sent Virgil an offer, and that Virgil's team said they need 3 or 4 years to get their
Exactly.
asses whooped.
It's only gonna get worse for him then because Boots is just gonna have more experience in there with stiffer competition.
Yeah, and it's gonna be harder for Virgil to recover. Like this is another situation where you could talk about Virgil's competition, but the truth of the matter is it's not gonna fucking help. It's not gonna help. I
To
mean,
be
again,
honest, I don't put neither one of their competitions above the other. They both been fighting the same level.
okay, well that's a fair assessment, but
That is a
this is
fair
where
assessment.
but
But a lot of people will
people
say that
that Virgil has fought the better
Virgil has
competition when
better
again
competition.
his best win is
Based on
only
what?
his
It's really the
exactly
same thing.
his
Like
best
Maurice
his best
Hooker is
win
the same as fucking Lipinets.
his best
Yeah, they
win is
fought.
only known for losing to Crawford. Like this is what gets me so
Exactly.
mad about the resume shit. When you're only known for
No,
losing
that's
to a
not his best
motherfucker,
win, bro. He beat a champion in Hooker, and then so did Ennis. He beat Lipinets, so I think it's still the same.
which champion? Oh, you mean the former champions at 140?
Yeah,
Those okay.
Yeah.
yeah. They both
Yeah.
beat a former world champion, so I guess they're
But
both
it's
even
just
in
people are
record.
putting Virgil above Boots because of the resume when the resumes, like I said, are the same.
It's because they
I
don't want
hate
them to
when
fight.
one thing I hate. I hate when fans suck a fucking fighter's dick. Bro, like this motherfucker has not really done shit yet. What the fuck do you mean he has a better? These dudes have the same type of resume. Neither is above the other.
Yeah, I
They just
agree.
need to
I
fight.
don't
No,
think
They need
I
to
don't.
fight. And Boots
That's
is
why I
yo,
gonna
want
have
them
to
to fight
but
each other.
Virgil,
get in there with
Virgil
him.
gets better on his defense. I'm telling you, Boots will get
It's
better
not
on his
gonna
own
help.
He's
for
not gonna
Virgil.
get better on his defense. I'm telling
No,
y'all right now.
he can be super defensively responsible. It's not gonna help.
Like I said, no, they probably, bro, they should wait to make this a good, like, big fight later. I think it's too early for them to fight. They should like wait.
Yeah, of course, because you don't want Virgil to be fucking damaged permanently,
Bro, who
a
said
bunch
that,
of other
bro?
people.
How come you guys weren't asking for Tank and Haney right away, like with like 2 years
I
ago?
was asking for Tank and Haney
No,
right
nobody,
away.
no, nobody
I'm
was.
still
I didn't.
asking for Tank and Haney.
I'm literally
Now
still
would
asking for that fight.
now would
Shit,
be a good fight.
I
Now would
want
be a good
Rayo
fight.
Venezuela to fucking fight Devin
Frank
Haney.
Martin. I want Venezuela to fight Frank Martin right
Yeah,
now.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
I still want, I've been
Really
asking for
bring
that
Frank
fight, but
Martin to
Ellerby is the one getting in the way, fucking that bullshit up. But yeah, no, ain't nobody
And
gets that
the
fight.
hash sling and slasher. I'm so sick of that motherfucker, man.
Yo,
He
I
be
heard that
saying
Rayo
the
might fight Chris Colbert though. I heard might try to fight Chris Colbert at 130 because he originally is a 130.
that's a good
No.
fight.
Yeah, that's a I think that would be a good ass fight, bro. That's gonna be
Rayo doesn't fight at 130, dude.
bro. He's originally at 130, bro. If he fights Chris Colbert, he's gonna go to 130, bro. It's not gonna be a light,
No. He's a
bro.
lightweight.
Bro, he said it like he's gonna go to 130 and fight Chris Colbert if he fights, bro.
That's not a good move either because it's like Chris Colbert, he has no guarantee of becoming a world champion.
That is true though, because like I said, I've never seen Golden Boys since they left Showtime go to like fight on Showtime or any PVC platform. So
Because Al Heyman got Oscar De La Hoya tried to sue Al Heyman.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, yo, I saw that somebody said the Munguia fight won't happen. It's not because it's just because like I said, the networking. Unless Adames leaves, PVC and goes to his own, they'll make it. But
Nah, man, that's not why. Because they say the same thing about Lomachenko when Lomachenko had no problem going to the zone for fucking Campbell.
yeah,
Like,
but here's the thing
so
though. They'll do they'll like ESPN depends on like you said which fighters. They'll go and do business with like Matchroom and maybe Golden Boy, but I've never seen it's rare that you'll see a Golden Boy or Matchroom do business with PBC.
And they see
Just
one of those
because
reasons
PPC don't like doing business with people.
oh yeah,
Man.
it's clearly PBC's fault. PBC is the most evil business organization on the planet, even
when
though a
Bob
lot of the
Heyman
scandals come from
and
others.
Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya tried to sue Al Heyman. So
Man, who do you think got the best stable though, bro? I'm gonna keep it like Midwest. Midwest thinks PBC has the weakest stable. I
because
think
he hates
I
PBC.
know he
Midwest
thinks
hates
that.
PBC, and he's
I do.
admitted
I
it
do. I don't
multiple
deny that.
times. I'm
I
glad
don't
you
deny
don't
bro. A
deny
lot of
that,
people,
Midwest.
bro.
I
A lot
hate
of
Top
people.
Rank, but Top Rank has some great fighters in their
I
stable.
No,
don't
but
I,
the reason
I
why a
don't
lot of
hate
people
I don't hate any
PBC is
promotional I don't hate any promotional body. It's the people that run them. But it doesn't make any sense. Midwest, can you elaborate on why you despise the PBC as an organization?
Well,
guest fights.
they always find a way
Some
to
of them, not
fuck
all
up
of
the
them.
fights that I want to see.
Right. So have they ordered
Every
any
fight I want to
franchise
see.
championships?
No,
No.
no.
Because
But
you know
I'm be honest with you. A franchise championship never fucked up any fight I want to see.
Oh, really? So you must have not wanted to see some solid fights. So Canelo v Charlo, Kambosos v Tiafimo, Kambosos v Haney, Haney v Lomachenko. Those are fights you haven't been interested in remotely.
He wanted to see Canelo versus Plant, and we got that. He wanted to see Beterbiev versus Brown, and we got that
So
fight.
so no, I'm talking to Midwest. So Midwest, you didn't want to see Haney versus Lomachenko, Haney versus Tiafimo, Charlo versus Canelo at 160. None of those fights interested you at all.
If we being honest, I would was cool with Haney versus Lomachenko, but I didn't want it over Haney versus Tio.
Haney versus I understand
What you
that.
say? Yeah, I didn't want it more than I wanted Haney versus Tio.
Well, the franchise championship prevented that one as well. So
Yeah, but it wasn't what I was dying for. Like it was never a fight like this. I wanted to see Charlo versus Hurd. I do not know why they didn't make that fucking fight. Like what took y'all so long to make that fight, bro? That fight was gonna be so fucking good for the middleweight division.
Didn't Hurd lose the belts?
Yeah, but they didn't have to have that fight, man. They could have just went straight into that unification. That was gonna be a great fucking fight, and we missed out on that. And Hurd turned
Lara
the shit
versus
after
Charlo
that.
at 154.
I never want to see that.
No,
To be honest with you, when I say I don't like Cubans, I really don't like Cubans, bro. There's not a Lara fight out there. I want it. And like I'm saying, when I stick to my guns, man. I don't like seeing them Cuban dudes fight.
I gotta shut it down. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all have a good one.
All right,
man.
peace.
Thanks for having me on. Art.
Yep.
No,
Same
bro.
here.
Yo, they got talent, bro.
You finna shut it down, Art?
Yeah, I gotta shut it down as well.
Damn.
All right, man. Peace, Art. Appreciate you for having me on. Peace, Crod. Peace, Polo. Peace, Midwest. Always a
All right,
pleasure talking
man,
to you
be safe.
guys. All right, family.
I feel like it's a fight coming up.
Yo,
fight the first week of January.
Midwest.
Yeah, they did a fight the first week of January or some shit.
Yeah, it was Charles Martin versus Ortiz. Yo, Midwest, you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yo, what it is with Cubans, bro, is they got good boxing skills. They just can't sell for shit or put asses on seats, bro. That's just what it is, bro. They like be honest, bro. Like they just don't sell.
Yeah, for real. To be honest,
And I noticed, bro, talking to Cubans, bro, they don't really support boxing like how Mexicans do, how Puerto Ricans do, how Filipinos are. Like they
they don't. It's not.
They don't
huge
give a
fan
fuck
base for that.
I don't know why.
They ain't got
bro.
a huge fan base. Hey, Crod, you still here?
Yeah.
Let's keep chopping it up for a little bit, bro. But yeah,
I
they're
got
not really
it.
fans of boxing.
Shit, y'all can keep on cooking up. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Y'all go ahead.
Okay,
right,
man.
good looking.
But yeah,
Let's cook up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like boxing nowadays is starting to get away from that pure boxing style. Like I feel like Floyd Mayweather was the last time you would see fans really dying to see a pure boxer in a major fight. After that, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, you've never really seen a pure boxer be discussed in huge fights from fans and shit like that.
Yep. Damn, but you straight up said I was like, shit. You must not be a fan of Rigo either, huh? His boring ass.
I've never really been a fan of him. And to be honest, I don't think nobody has ever really been a fan of him. I remember when he beat Donaire. That was good as hell. Yeah, that was a good victory. I remember watching that. Was a good one. And he had one fight after that on HBO. And after that fight, it was so
Japan.
Yeah, that fight was so boring. I remember HBO told Bob Arum, we don't want that motherfucker on our network. Yeah, get that motherfucker off our network. So Bob Arum had no choice but to cut him. He's like, I can't even get you no fights, man. Go ahead.
I can't believe
get that Leo Santa Cruz fight.
I can't believe people thought Rigo beat that one Filipino dude, bro. Like, come on now. People like I think Gartman had Rigo up.
Against who?
Against Casemiro.
Bro, you know, to be honest, I saw that fight.
Bro, there were some rounds where
I'm like, man, they should just strip these motherfuckers and neither one of them get the win. That shit was so boring.
Bro, he was literally chasing him down. There were some rounds where Rigo wasn't throwing nothing, bro. Did you see that? Like in some of the rounds, he legit was just running.
Yeah, I think he like 40-something, man. He like 40-something, bro. If you can't fucking chase down a 40-year-old, bro, just stop boxing.
I think that's the only guy in that division that one of the Russell brother that's at 118 that can beat, but he'll lose to a No Way and Nate Nera, but he'll beat Casemiro though. Like one of the Gary Russell brother that's at 118.
I think it's like 4 of them in boxing, right?
No, it's one at 118, one at 140, and Gary Russell. But the one at 118 is the least talented one that I see, and a lot of people say. But I think he could beat Casemiro. He can pick up that title, but against